Hey, what's going on, people, man? Sorry, it's just taken me a second to get the stream working, and I'm still actually just trying to get the finalize the stream. How are you guys doing, man? Welcome to 101 on Arsenal, and we are here trying to fire up Arsenal versus Man United. And as you guys saw, I think I'll just leave this description up here. As you guys saw, it is actually on Amazon Prime in the UK. So welcome to all of you guys. And this game's gonna tell us a lot about the team, guys, man. Not lying. This game is gonna tell us a hell of a lot about where these guys are, because we know we've been doing well against the teams around the table, outside of the top five, outside of the top four. And the Liverpool game just showed the gulf of where we are in comparison to the rest of the teams. And if you look what Liverpool did to Everton again, it was exactly the same thing. So I think we've got this massive gap, and we're kind of stuck in the middle of it. And we have to kind of come through that. And the ways how we're going to come through that, guys, is to ensure that we're beating the teams around our competition. So top six and all of that stuff, those are the teams that we deem our competitors. So we're going to go through the team sheet. Let me just make sure I finalize this. I've had to load Amazon Prime on my Xbox. Would you believe that? I've had to load Amazon Prime on my Xbox. So give me a second, guys. The stream is on and it's fired up, and then we're ready to go. But I just don't know how you guys are going to be able to deal with the feed yourselves. Osman's up there saying we're definitely losing. I hope we don't get battered. Yeah, they haven't been on a great form, and the one thing you have to remember is they have to get past Aaron Ramsdale and Gabriel and Ben White, which is not easy. They've already proven how good they are defensively, and United haven't been in great form. So I'm hoping for a draw. That's the best thing for me. I'm hoping for a draw, and so we'll have a look at the team sheet now, and obviously see what is going on. Looks like the stream is okay. 18 saying, what's going on? What's going on, bro? Hope you're doing well. So let's have a look at this team sheet. We've got Ramsdale in goal. We've got Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel, and Tavares. So again, guys, Arteta is doing what he did with Aaron Ramsdale and Bert Leno. He said, I didn't buy Bert Leno, I bought Aaron Ramsdale. And he's going with Aaron Ramsdale. So we know that. That's kind of done. It's tucked. These are the players that Arteta's brought in. And now he's going with Tavares. And Tierney's been fit for 3 weeks, guys. Big shout out to you, Andrew. What's going on? No, a couple of guys are going to be coming in later. This is a big game. So a couple of the guys are going to come on later. Bertram, as you know, he's back to work, so he doesn't finish until 10:30 the UK time. Ebony, I believe, is working. So, yeah, Vincey's going to be coming in. He's just got some stuff to do. Haven't heard from the Omnis, mind you. But we're going to be here for this legendary matchup. But I think the Tavares thing kind of nails through where Arteta is going. He's like, look, Tierney might be a good player, but he ain't my player. And I've been saying that for weeks. Yeah. Leno might be a good player, but he ain't my player. And I think that Arteta is putting his foot down and saying, this is the kind of performances that I want from my players. Because when we saw the Newcastle game and when I was watching it, I said to myself, I saw Tavares making some runs. I saw him beefing past two men. And I looked at it and I was like, Tierney ain't going to do that. I said to myself, Tierney is not going to do that for you. No matter how much people like Tierney, he's not going to run at man like that consistently, like for 90 minutes. In the 85th minute, I saw Tavares breaking on the left. That's when I think it was Shelby gave him a foul and got a yellow card. If he didn't foul Tavares then, Tavares had been in on goal. And remember, he's two-footed. So it's easy for Tavares to just cut in on his right and then test the goalkeeper. He's one of them players there that's just got everything, but he's raw. And I know a couple of us were saying he was wasteful in the first half. We had 3 or 4 shots, and he just beefed them over the... You know what? let him just simmer down a little bit. That is a coaching issue. Yeah. You'll just be able to take that, show him the film, show him the temperament. So when he's blasting the ball over the crossbar, show him the rest of the field and said, look, you had that option. You had this option. You had two options over there. You had Smith Rowe running through on your left for the overlap. So that's all they're going to go through with Tavares. It's just a learning curve for him. And what I said to the guys on the panel against the Newcastle game was to think that Tavares is 20. What type of player is Tavares going to be like when he's 22? In the next 2 seasons, what's he going to be like when he's 22? Tony said he's going to be with us shortly. What's going on, Vincey? Hopefully he'll be able to join when he gets to his daughter's house. That's cool, man. Vincey's going 2-2 or 3-3. It's a lot of goals in that for 2 defenses which don't give up a lot. And if you look at last week when United was playing Chelsea, that was pretty much a stalemate. And I'm expecting that today. I'm expecting 2 good, well-balanced teams. Not at the top level, but at the kind of level just below that. And I'm hoping that Arsenal turn it on. But we got Martinelli today. So big shout out to D. D saying blessings, bro. Blessings to you. And thank you again for your support on the channel. You too as well, Andrew. Big shout out to you. Andrew saying 2-1 Arsenal win. I've gone with a 1-1 draw, which you guys saw in my preview, which is up on the channel. So this is where it gets interesting. We've gone with El Nene and Partey in the middle. Now, considering that, hear me out, guys. Hear me out just for a second. I'm rubbing my chin right now, so you can see that I'm a bit miffed by all of this. So Thomas Partey has had a 4 out of 10 and a 3 out of 10, respectively, in the last 2 games. So I find it weird that Sambi, who, let's be honest, if Tavares wasn't man of the match against Newcastle, it would have been Sambi. And some people actually gave Sambi the man of the match. In the Watford game, Maitland-Niles was man of the match. So you got these youngsters that are playing at the top of their game, man of the match, and you drop them and stay with Partey. I don't get it. If you guys understand it, please let me know, because I don't get it at all, man. I don't know what's going on. The other thing that I can say is El Nene, I'm not too fussed about El Nene, although when a man's going to an African nations and he's out of contract, I don't know why you play. Why isn't Maitland-Niles playing this game? Maitland-Niles is the future of Arsenal. He's 24 years old. He's contracted. I don't understand why you're playing El Nene. Although, when we went up there and we won 1-0, El Nene was the man of the match and he put in a masterclass. Yeah, playing next to Thomas Partey. So, you know what? If it works today, then we'll have to take it like that and say, Arteta, you got it right. Because at the end of the day, it's all on the manager's shoulders. Yeah. Andrew saying Maitland-Niles does more. Yeah, he does. He does. That's what's hurting me, Andrew, when I see man like El Nene step up to the plate who ain't even going to be an Arsenal player in the next half a season. Tony's saying Partey is the glue. Yeah, I wish he can play like that. And I know I'm not blaming him because I think he's not fit. When I see him on the field, I don't see that range. I don't see that intensity. And that tells you that there's somebody who's been out of football for quite a while and he's not fit. But what I must say is towards the end of last season and this summer, pre-season, Thomas Partey was playing the best midfield out of the whole bunch. No doubt about it. So maybe Arteta's just trying to keep him up there to fire him up. Yeah, at some point his form's going to come in. So maybe that's the logic behind it. Speaking of the logic behind that and playing somebody who's out of form, Odegaard is playing again. Now this really struck me because when I did my preview, I said he's had 2 games. He ain't been really good. One game he got a 4 out of 10. Other game he got a 5 out of 10 against Newcastle. Thought he was okay. I didn't think he was what I expected. But the manager's gone with him again. So this is one instance where this is your biggest summer target Odegaard, and he's the only one that really hasn't been firing up. So I get that. Although I have to say, you've dropped Lacazette for 2 games now. This is the 3rd game that Lacazette isn't playing. And what has Lacazette done to get dropped? All he's done is come in, bring the intensity, bring the energy, bring that hold-up play, and he gets dropped. So, yeah, I'm kind of a little bit, forgive me, guys, if I'm a bit miffed about this team sheet. It wouldn't be the team sheet that I would go through, put it that way. I wouldn't have gone for this team sheet. I definitely, Martinelli, thank you very much. In the preview, I said, preach, practice what you preach. You know, don't let the boy down because he's given you that goal. He's shown you that he deserves to be in this team. So reward him. And that's what he's done. He's rewarded him. Sambi ain't getting rewarded right now. Maitland-Niles definitely hasn't got rewarded for that Watford display. So we'll take it as it is. But you've rewarded Martinelli. So thank you very much, Arteta. I appreciate that. Smith-Rowe on the left, who's a lock. And again, he wasn't great against Newcastle. So let's hope that our boy from Hayland, number 10, has a good game today. And then last but not least, Ababa. Yeah? Ababa not been on form, very poor over the last 3 games. But there is talent in there, and we just have to wait for it to shine. So there's a lot of players in here. Let's talk about them. Partey, Odegaard, Aubameyang. You're kind of carrying those 3 right now and hoping that they're going to fire up in a game like this. So those are going to be the 3 players that are going to really decide this result tonight. And we've nearly got kickoff. As I said, guys, game is on Amazon Prime. And it's funny, like I do the Disney Plus, I do the Netflix, I do Crunchyroll, I do all of that stuff. But my wife is the one who subscribes to Amazon Prime. So I had to get her downstairs and I had to get her to fire up my Xbox. I had to load up the Amazon Prime app on my Xbox Series X and then get her to then log in and do all of that. So we have kickoff, guys. Game is started. But as I said, Partey hasn't looked convincing. And I really don't know what Maitland-Niles has to do to get a game. It's a shame. Just after you started to show the man trust, you're kind of like making him feel, what do I need to do to get in the team? And I ain't even going to talk about my boy Pepe. Yeah? I am not talking about Pepe. If Pepe don't play today, something's wrong. Because, boy, I don't know what he's got to do. But anyway, game's kicked off. Aubameyang's just, Arsenal's just struck down the left. No, it's the right-hand side. You can see Martinelli fighting for the ball here. Aubameyang picks up the loose ball, goes inside, has a shot, and it's deflected. It's out for a corner. So Arsenal have a corner. Martin Odegaard is going to be swinging the ball in. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Who got the header in? Rashford clears the ball off the line. I think, was it Ben White? I think it was Ben White. Yes, it was Ben White. Got a head to it. It came, yeah. Woo. That was a close one. So Ben White gets the header, and it's put wide by Rashford. Smith-Rowe with the other corner in swinging. It's cleared to Martin Odegaard. It looks like it's going to go for another Arsenal corner. So Arsenal on the attack here. D's saying that it's about to go. It's about to kick off. No, it's kicked off quite a while ago. D says starting El Nene shows he doesn't fully trust Maitland-Niles and Lokonga. He has to trust Lokonga, man. So you know the moment Xhaka is fit, yeah, that's all downhill for us. Another in swing by Odegaard, the corner, and it's cleared by Maguire. But United here on the break now. They've got numbers, but Arsenal are back. Look at the speed that Arsenal come back defensively. It's 7 against 2 in Arsenal's favour on the Man United counter-attack. But Arsenal deal with it easily. Aubameyang now picked up another loose ball from the midfield. Aubameyang, good start from Aubameyang today. El Nene to Martinelli. Martinelli back into the midfield to Partey. Arsenal look like they're controlling this game at the moment. Aubameyang's had a good start. Thomas Partey now's got to play keep ball. It's pretty good now. El Nene into Odegaard. And Martinelli on that right-hand side taking up that Saka role. It's good to see El Nene getting a lot of the ball at the moment now. El Nene very, very busy on the ball. And they're having to fight for possession at the moment. Right now, Man United just picked up a loose ball. And it's going to be a free kick to Man United. So let me know if you guys have got Amazon Prime. Let me know if you've got the stream. Or if you're going to pick up some of them Dega streams, which you guys normally do. You guys are bad like that, you know. You guys make me laugh. Picking up them Brazilian streams. Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. What's going on to everybody out there in Arsenal land. Yeah, what's going on, guys? What's going on? It's good to see Arsenal really taking the game to Man United. A solid start by the Gunners. Kuke saying, worry about the lack of width. Obviously, we'll have Nuno overlapping, but I don't feel as Martinelli really replicates what Saka gives us. Come on, bro. I actually think Martinelli gives us more than what Saka gives us. Andrew says, got Amazon Prime, but we'll just listen to you. No problem. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot for that. But as I said, for me, almost the perfect start for Arsenal. When Aubameyang picked up the ball, he's had a decent start, and he had a shot, and it was deflected wide. Arsenal had 3 corners, and Man United dealt with it well. Right now, Man United get up, pick up the ball, playing it out the back. Arsenal pressing really well. Arsenal pressing very, very well. But for me, guys, I'm concerned about Sancho. Sancho is a big threat, man. Big threat from Sancho today. I talked about it in the preview. He's had a couple of goals in the last few games, won the Champions League and won the league. And if you play him, he's starting to build a little bit of confidence now. And I don't like that at all, man. Don't like that at all. But Arsenal doing well with the press. And so far they've picked up some loose balls and they've won another ball. Great tackle by Gabriel. Arsenal meeting them. Man United can't really find the way to get through to Arsenal at the moment. Arsenal is winning the midfield battle. And the ball, De Gea is playing it out from the back. And United are just under pressure from Arsenal. Good pressure again from Aubameyang. And Aubameyang's one possession back. So that's a few times now that Aubameyang has.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. What's going on, bro? Really good start from Aubameyang at the moment now.
Sorry, man. I'm just in the car.
That's all right, Vincey, man. Have you got the radio on?
No. I've got.
Well, I tell you what, Man United are struggling to do anything with the ball in the final third. They are struggling to play the ball out of the backfield. Arsenal just loads of pressure. Aubameyang really doing his job. Aubameyang's won about, I think he's had 2 or 3 recoveries. And United just can't bring the ball out. They can't play the ball out. United are just struggling playing the ball out the back. You can see them now. United trying to play the ball out the back, and Arsenal just pressuring them. Pressure coming from everywhere. It's coming from Martinelli. It's coming from Odegaard. Tommy, and look, Arsenal just won the ball back again. Partey with the ball on the edge of the penalty area. He tries to slip it through, but that's a good challenge there from the Tommy.
All man today is in yellow, man. Watch Tony.
Yeah, Arsenal are really doing well at the moment.
Are you there?
Look, Smith Rowe just won the ball back again. Arsenal dominating.
Mate?
I'm on 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
How's my Amazon Prime so?
I'm on 6:32 because I can't go on Prime because
I'm on Prime, but I'm at 6:23. I don't get it.
Yeah, Vince, remember, I'm picking it up from the Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm on the Xbox app. I'm on the Xbox app. Boy, so
I don't see how that makes a difference.
Hey, do you know what? I may swap over on my phone and watch it on Prime Video because on my tablet.
Yeah, I don't. The reason why, Vincey, I don't know whether you're on IPTV or whether you're on the app.
No, I've got the Prime app on my iPad,
Right,
but not
right.
on my phone. So what I use on my phone, I use my streaming site there. Yeah. You know, I can't tell you the site because man just listening in, and you know them ones. What's going on, family? In the chat, big up yourselves.
Yeah, everybody's just. I tell you, we're running hard up there, man. Them guys are bringing it. Them guys on the front line, Martinelli, Odegaard, Aubameyang, they're bringing the heat, man. They're bringing the heat. Look at
tonight, man. 3-3.
Yeah. Look at Martinelli. Look at the tenacity. He's just on him. Look at the tenacity and look at the way how he wins the ball back there. That's what you want to see from your forward player. I appreciate that. G saying Uber is playing well right now. Bertram Spence. Uber made a great run. I love our mindset sometimes. Yeah, look, it's been like that for a while. That's why this team is so good. Tavares picks up the ball on the left. He squares it to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe's got 2 Man United players on him. They're doubling him. Ball comes back to Tavares. Yeah, boy.
What minute are you on now? You must be 8 minutes something.
9 minutes and 25. Smith Rowe through to Aubameyang. Oh, it's saved by De Gea. Oh, I thought Aubameyang should have connected with that a little bit better. You can see here, Thomas Partey brings up the ball in the midfield. He gives it to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe plays a through ball to 2 Man United defenders, and the shot is placed through United. Arsenal are dominating this game right now. Arsenal are dominating. That's 2 shots that Aubameyang's had. That one was well saved by De Gea. Arsenal just winning every ball now. They're winning everything in the midfield. United have got no time on the ball. Every time a red shirt picks up the ball, guys, they have got no time. 2 touches. As soon as they have 2 touches, a yellow shirt is right in front of them. Impressive by Arsenal. Martin Odegaard again. United struggling to play the ball out the back. Odegaard and Aubameyang sitting right on the edge of the penalty area. De Gea don't know where to go with the ball. He gives it to Maguire, but they're easily, quickly pressed by Aubameyang. Look at the press coming from Arsenal now. Smith Rowe now pressing. And look at this. Arsenal win the ball back again. Tavares picks it up. The press has been impressive today, but Partey loses it. Ronaldo gets the ball, and he does nothing with it. Goes wide.
What minute are you on now, bro?
Right. Look at it. Oh, no, we got... Yeah, that's echoing.
What minute are you on?
I'm on 11 minutes.
Okay, I think
Apollo, just add me back. I'll put it on mute, and then I'll take this off.
Oh, right, okay. All right.
Yeah.
But I'll switch it, yeah? I'll switch it. I've switched it, yeah? Cristiano Ronaldo has picked up the ball twice in space and not really had 2 efforts on goal, but not that much. Now it's Arsenal's turn to play out the back, but Ramsdale decides to go long and United pick up the ball, but then Arsenal win it back. Arsenal winning everything at the moment now. 1-touch football by Arsenal and United are just chasing ghosts. El Nene and Smith Rowe are really, really, really doing well. Not taking too many touches on the ball, and that's what's throwing United off. It's 1-touch football. El Nene picks up the ball now in the midfield. He squares it out to Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu on the right. In support of Martin Odegaard. Odegaard squares it. El Nene playing really well, El Nene.
I'm at 12 minutes.
Yeah,
12 minutes,
too.
15.
Yeah, same as me.
Cool.
El Nene spraying the ball around, really taking control of the game. It's Tomiyasu on the right, crosses the ball. And that's easy for De Gea. Oh, does he tip that over for a corner? No, I think it's a goal kick. All right. Andrew's saying Arsenal hurting them. Like, yeah, listen, Arsenal are on top. Arsenal are on top. That the minute they're winning the midfield battle, they're pressing United into oblivion on the back end. Yeah, it is a corner to Arsenal. He did. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. De Gea did tip that over the bar.
Well, it's a goal with De Gea thrown.
Is that a goal?
Yeah, it's a goal. It's a goal. But De Gea is down hurt though.
He's injured.
But the referee didn't blow his whistle. What's going on? This is strange, right? What happened here? So De Gea, he jumps up. He jumped. That should be a goal because De Gea
It's going to be a goal.
His own man. Guys, De Gea runs into his own man. That should be a goal.
In fact, I'm convinced it's not a free kick. The way it went header comes to Smith Rowe. Good ever keeps it down.
Smith Rowe, man.
That had nothing to do with Arsenal whatsoever. Must be a goal for our fantasy team, man. That should be 1-0.
There's no apparent sporting reason why this shouldn't count.
That should be a goal. Sorry.
Nobody has done anything unsporting. Smith Rowe is not aware of the situation. That's why I'm thinking it has to go a goal.
It's a goal, man.
Yeah, it should be a goal. Guys, I'll just get back to you with a summary in a second. I just want to see what's going on. It should be a goal. So,
with Smith Rowe's hit, you couldn't say had David De Gea been stood normally, he would have gobbled that up for breakfast, lunch, and tea. Yep.
Okay, what is happening here, guys?
But the issue only became apparent once Smith Rowe had dispatched the shot.
Are we going to get robbed again at Old Trafford?
I think we're going to get robbed. I think we're going to get robbed because there was no whistle. Tony, there was no whistle. The referee never blew his whistle.
I'm looking at the incident live now.
I hate that ground with a passion.
That should be a goal, guys.
Referee should have the ball in his hand right about now.
There's no Arsenal player around him.
No, yeah, exactly. That's got nothing to do with Arsenal whatsoever. That should be a goal.
Ref should be walking to the centre spot now.
Gets the whistle to his lips.
There's no Arsenal player around him. He's run into his own man.
Yeah, and he didn't blow the whistle. He never blew the whistle. Look, the whistle, you can see on the replay, the whistle doesn't even touch his mouth.
He knows that he is down and he's appealing for it before the strike. Let's hear from Mark Clattenburg. Mark?
Yeah, Martin Atkinson has to give the goal here because what you see is Fred accidentally stamps on De Gea's foot. Therefore, it's not a foul by an Arsenal player. He doesn't blow his whistle, and therefore he has to give the goal.
We're going to get done, guys. This is...
Instinctively, you're about to say it feels that straightforward.
Oh, he's gone to VAR. So VAR will confirm that it's a goal.
VAR must give this a goal.
You know what? Guys, listen, don't let me get angry in this place right now, man.
Yeah, it's picked it up, man.
Big shout out. Big shout out. We've got 8 people watching on YouTube, 27 people watching on Facebook, and 14 people watching on Twitter. Big shout out to all of you guys. Hit that like button. What is happening here, guys?
Yeah, it's a goal, man.
He's got to give a goal.
He had to, man.
It's a goal. It's a goal, guys. It's a goal.
Okay, but it's absolutely right. There's nothing else you can do. There's no point.
It's a goal.
There was no foul. It wasn't offside. There was no infringement. Yes, I get it. The goalkeeper's lying down. In an ideal situation, if you'd seen the goalkeeper lying down,
that had nothing to do with an Arsenal player. And Smith goal makes it his 6th goal of the season. It's a goal.
Okay, 1,000 goals. Have you ever seen anything like that?
I've never seen anything like that.
I can understand totally.
Tony, can I get your views on that? I've never seen anything like it.
I think the fact that Martin Atkinson is in the studio said that that's a goal based on the fact that he's failed by his own player. You have to play on.
I don't think we have an argument about the award of the goal.
So Vincey, I know you've not picked up the stream. So Vincey, what happens is De Gea bumps into his own player. He goes down. The ball comes out to the edge of the penalty area. Smith Rowe hits it. The referee is view on. So Smith Rowe standing behind the referee. So the referee can't even see Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe shoots it. The ball goes into the net. The referee is looking at De Gea, and the whistle doesn't even touch his mouth. He looks like he moves like he's going to blow the whistle, but he doesn't. And he allows play to carry on. Anyway, it's 1-0 Arsenal.
Come on!
Upon a look, I've switched.
That's extraordinary.
Upon a look, I've switched.
All right, okay.
On the iPad now.
Right.
Yeah, definitely Fred steps on him. So there's no doubt that's a goal.
I don't think I've seen anything like that. I've been watching football a long time.
So
goals tonight, guys. I told you it's going to be goals.
The assist is from El Neni, just so you know. Yeah, because El Neni leapt up and headed it down to Smith Rowe. And
El Neni has been sensational.
Let's give the boy his flowers. That is a great edge of the... Listen, how many times do we get those kind of goals outside of the area? That's a great technique.
Yeah. But guys, two things that Aubameyang and El Nene have just been fantastic today. They've been really, really, really good.
I wonder if anyone's put El Nene in their fantasy team.
I doubt
Not a
it.
chance, mate.
To get an assist like that.
Look, VAR hasn't been our friend. VAR has not been our friend over the last. Let me update this before I do anything.
He's got to get the ball. He's so much shit himself. I wish I just looked up there and I saw the goalkeeper down and blew my whistle. Sancho.
At the moment, guys, I don't want to burst your bubble, but Arsenal are 4th place currently in the Premier League.
Stop it!
You can see
yourself, Apollo.
Wow.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I don't want any of that talk right now. Let's win this game and then we'll talk about that at the end.
So, okay, guys. So, guys, let me summarize. It was kind of controversial, but I kind of don't think it was. It was the most curious goal that I think I've ever seen. But it's the right call. The ball drops to Smith Rowe on the edge of the area after at the edge of the penalty.
Bad man Tavares, man. Bad
When,
man.
De Gea goes down injured after he struck his own player. Smith Rowe then puts the ball in the back of the net. The referee looked like he was going to put the whistle to his mouth, but he did not blow. And he allowed the play to go on. De Gea's injury was caused by Fred, and the goal is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. But it's right. It's the right call.
One thing I've noticed tonight, though, is that we are moving the ball with pace.
Yeah, one touch. It's 1-2 touch.
Which is good.
Yeah. So also, guys, just to let you know, it took over 3.5 minutes for the decision to be made that was a goal. How are United going to respond? That's the big thing. United not been in great form and now down 1-0 at home to Arsenal.
And you know when Arsenal score first, what happens?
They're unbeaten in 27 games.
Go there again.
22 wins and 5 draws.
On the count of 3, Tony, what happens when Arsenal score first?
Tony's just emailing his Obia woman right now. Look.
Yeah, stop that.
Ronaldo looking really frustrated considering he was dropped in the last game. What a weird goal.
Guys, remember how shocking the Old Trafford pitch used to look back in the day?
Yeah,
it used to look like a farm, didn't it?
Yeah, for real. Not as bad as Chelsea, though. Chelsea back in the day used to be.
Yeah.
They used to have cars in the goal area.
That was extraordinary.
Yeah.
And Arsenal very rarely ever get the rub of the green.
Tavares.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, good positioning, good defensive position in Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal now having to defend. The home team is now bringing the game out a little bit, which might suit Arsenal a little bit because Arsenal were on the front foot, guys. For the first 25 minutes of this game, Arsenal dominated the midfield, pressed Man United into submission, and have been the better team. And so Man United now are starting to find their feet in this game.
I'll tell you what, I'll throw out some instructions in a game, man. I sometimes wonder, does he throw too much?
Yeah, I think when you're in that job, you can never throw out too much.
Yeah.
Arsenal having to really play well in tight spaces here. United
moving the ball well.
Yeah, Arsenal are United, are really pressing the ball hard, and Arsenal are doing well, man. Look, this is the youngest team in the league, guys. They're doing really well today. 23 minutes and 40 seconds gone.
How's Partey travelling? How's it been travelling? Has it been
Partey's
mobile?
been okay. Partey's been okay. He hasn't been that mobile, but he's been okay. El Nene's the man that's running things in the middle right now.
None shall pass. I love Tomiyasu, man.
He's my boy, man. Love him.
He don't give no way.
Yeah.
And guys, just in case you didn't get the memo, Tomiyasu was the one who outplayed Ronaldo when he was with Bolivia, and Ronaldo was at Juventus. Tomiyasu took Ronaldo out of the game. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens here. They're just showing a replay of when the referee was told from the VAR officials that it's actually a goal. How's Michael Carrick's hand up in the air? Shut up your mouth, boy. How is his hand up in the air like that?
So I'm going to give a little bit of props to Aubameyang because right now he's running his socks off.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree.
Really has. Just gone out of the game. Yeah. Let us hope it's not a game entirely decided by that. Of course, the dynamic.
Let me go to the guys here. Fabrice says, "What's going on, gents? What's going on, Fabrice? Hope everything is going well with you, my brother. It's cold over here in the UK. It's like 4 degrees. It's too cool." G saying, "We deserve this kind of goal after all the frustrations." Yeah, I know. At Old Trafford for many seasons. Kuke says, "Yes, justice for us." Andrew says, "I'm looking out for the return of Apollo's favorite player." Listen, that's the most depressing Christmas present I could ever have. Kuke says, "Aubameyang is bringing it." He really is, mate. He really is. I think I can take this off now. Let me
what a ball.
Fred.
Right, guys, I'll be back in a second. Hold on.
Tony, what time you got on yours?
I'm way behind you guys. I'm on 24:20.
Oh, yeah, I'm 26. Just 26:15.
Yeah.
I was just wondering when you said what a ball. I was looking and thinking, hang on.
Yeah, no. It was a ball out from Ramsdale that was like a beautiful ball straight through the lines into midfield.
Yeah.
Tavares has had a couple of nice runs.
Back into this after a period of something akin to truce.
Still need another one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a good ball from
A lot of industry from Odegaard and El Neni in terms of press.
I tell you what, Tavares has some pace, man. I just love his positivity on the ball.
Yeah, I agree.
Come over from left to right, off the left-footed in swing. Off Rashford in the penalty area, amongst others. So that's got the near post where it did get a touch.
I think Ramsdale should have held that.
Nation set piece now. Sancho with a 6-yard box into which they can run now. Sanchez to the rest of the head round. Damian first to the loose ball. Let's kept going, wound up by Tallow, Bruno Fernandes. Fouled by Mohamed already.
It's weird. United are playing with a lot of players outside the box, but they've only got one, maybe two. I remember back in the day when United were attacking, you'd have 4 or 5 guys going for the ball.
Right, guys. Sorry about that. I had to take a bit of a break. I've had a runny nose for the last few days, so I just had to go and get some tissues. What's going on, my Arsenal people, man? What is going on? Big shout out to everybody out there. A big shout out to Andrew as well. Andrew, thank you very much. $8.99 in the kitty. Much appreciated. Everything goes to the cause of the channel, and I appreciate your support, mate. I really do. Thank you very much. Andrew says Tony Cox has probably got Amazon Prime. I'm not. Yeah, maybe he has, because
I do.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, he does. Yeah, because Tony's normally on that IP thing. I was trying that, but I decided to go with Sky again. So, guys, I do have Sky Q. It just was installed a couple of days ago, and I've decided to stay with Sky for another 18 months. If I told you how much I'm paying for my Sky Sports package now, you'd probably send me. You wouldn't like me very much. So I think I'm going to keep that one quiet. But I will say to you though, I have been with Sky for 34 years before they were called Sky, when they were called Screen Sport, and Eurosport was on the Astral D satellite. So anyway, so let's pick up this game now. No chances taken by Ramsdale. Ramsdale is hitting the ball long, and he's putting the ball. He's put the ball over the crossbar to try and not take any chances. Big shout out to Kurt. What's going on, Kurt? Evening to you. I hope you're enjoying the game. Nice one, man. What a result! I'm just heading to the BBC website now to have a look at the table. I just want to see the position.
Oh, stop it! I'll behave.
Leave the table alone, man.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of it now so that I've got this in case.
No, behave yourself, man.
Yeah,
Watch
boy. Yeah, boy.
What's the score in the Spurs game?
Who cares?
The score in the Spurs game is 1-0 to Spurs, and it's Canos is the scorer.
Okay.
I'll follow them. And my team I play.
Yeah, hey, Spurs are following us, We're not looking back. We're just looking forward. We're looking to take man down forward. Who's in front of us?
Somehow United keep getting that second ball.
Yeah, they've stepped it up again. They've stepped it up again, man.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to get that second ball. Here we go.
Tavares is down. Was it a foul?
Yeah.
Emil Smith-Rowe's losing the ball too easily.
Yeah. Well, the United are in cover pressure now, aren't they?
Yeah, but Emil is he's trying a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
He's instead of doing like just the easy thing, he's trying to, little flicks here and there.
Yeah.
When you get I feel for the game, and like when you've got that time, then it can come. But right now he's trying to force things that he shouldn't do, because you got to stay easy. What?
Yeah.
I just seen a ball out, a goal kick that looked like pure mayhem. How the hell Arsenal are playing that kind of ball out when the man is like literally behind you?
The most bizarre lead now.
Neil is watching the game, and he's on our Friday night panel. Neil has got a lot to say. I just sent him a message to tell him to come in on the YouTube channel so we can hear what he's got to say.
And inside the back page and inside that one.
Wasn't he joined the stream?
I've just asked him.
He's a Liverpool fan.
No,
Oh,
that means he wants Arsenal to win then.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Hang on a second. Why are they blowing for Tavares going down?
I don't know what's going on. Oh man.
Little bit of a playground football United are playing right now.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've just not been on good form. And they have a new manager who's actually watching this game right now. But it's been all United for the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, Arsenal just don't want to, just can't seem to retain the ball at the moment.
Yeah.
What's going on with the balls?
Right, I'm just sending the. I forgot to do the Twitter, so I'm just doing the Twitter there now.
It's a sweet ball. Tennis.
Oh, we're hanging on them. We're hanging on.
Yeah, they are.
Boy.
Yeah.
Fernandez just got in there, man.
Yeah, and it was just defended. I believe it was Gabriel that just defended that one. Yeah. I think Neil is tuned in now. What's going on? Big shout out to you, Neil. I hope you're doing well, mate. And Neil, me and Tony was asking a question: which team are you actually supporting tonight? Your most hated rivals, Man United, or Arsenal? Your friendly fan base that gives you props, and watch me rubbing him up. Yes, Neil.
Just know, Neil, it's not reciprocal. I hate Liverpool with a passion.
Oh man.
Come on, boys. We're not getting the second ball at all. We're getting a foot in. We're getting a tackle there.
Partey just gave away a ridiculous ball.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's silly what he's doing. It's just,
I know what he was trying to do. He tried to get out wide.
But he doesn't have the speed to recover. He doesn't have the recovery speed to make up for those mistakes.
Just a missed pass, man.
Well, I just saw El Neni just give away the ball from the other edge of his box a minute earlier. So it's not him alone.
Yeah, we're under pressure.
Nobody's passing the ball to another player. It's crazy.
That's a good ball there. Look,
yeah,
Odegaard.
Smith Rowe.
That's a foul. That's a foul, ref, on Odegaard. How comes it's not blown in? That was late.
Smith Rowe's given it away quite a few times as well.
That's what I've noticed. He's trying too hard.
10 more live Premier League games for you starting after Christmas.
Kuke saying we can't even get out of our own half. Not good. Partey and Odegaard need to step up.
What's going on here, boys?
First thing to Leicester, Liverpool at the end of that day. 2 more games on the Chelsea.
Literally just like backs against the wall. This is not good. This is not good.
This week, off at Old Trafford.
Yeah, I mean, Tony, you can't expect to go to Old Trafford and have a picnic.
But
you know what I mean?
What's going on? I mean, they're getting players in behind the ball.
Yeah.
You know,
El Nene's just lost the ball there.
Now, them getting behind the player. We've had a last-ditch tackle that saved us.
Good pressing. Right time.
Who was that? What's Maguire doing up there? Maguire's up there like he's playing centre forward.
Yeah, because there's nothing at the other way. There's nothing going on at the other end.
Yeah.
Guys, can I ask a question? Seriously, though. Does Arteta not feel, or does Arteta feel that Maitland-Niles is not strong enough in midfield to play in a game like this?
I have no idea. Martinelli just made a great run on the right-hand side there, guys.
He's been so quiet. He's been so
And that's what you got to do. Stretch them fullbacks, man. Use your pace. Stretch them.
Oh, come on, Odegaard.
Yeah, Tony, he started off really well. Martinelli.
What's that?
Muscle. Oh, Martinelli, man! I thought you were gonna put your foot through that.
Yeah, me too. Victor, where you been, Victor? I ain't seen you in weeks. What's going on, man? Big shout out to you. Victor says our midfielders are so weak. Don't say that because you're just begging man to put Xhaka back in there.
Oh man.
You're begging man to put hey bro, with lyrics like that, you're begging man to fling Xhaka back in there. Good little run there from Martinelli. But Harry Maguire playing really high up the field, and we got to punish them.
And if Martinelli put his foot through that, man, game over.
Oh, you see, look, that stupid playing out of the box, and then El Neni just gifts them the ball in our own half. What is that all about? I'm sorry, but there's not, these men are not playing on their game. Literally, just it
Gabriel,
looked like a great workout from the box, and then El Neni's touch is just mad. Go on, Martinelli.
Sancho.
Go on, Tomiyasu. Go on. Am I clear at that?
Doing good, man. He's doing good. Guys, we are in good stead at the moment. We're 1-0 up. 18 saying, Tony, Man United are the home team, mate. Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't care. I
That's
want us to play like we're at home.
Yeah,
that's it.
We were for the first half an hour.
Yeah, I want us to play like our old undisputed.
And that's it. Take it to them, man.
That's my
Take
standard.
it to them.
Go to any ground and don't be afraid.
Go on, party. Go on. Send it. Oh, unlucky. Oba. Unlucky.
Right. This is from Mark Ellis. Pengy, what's going on, Mark? What's going on, bro? He said, I came on to ask opinions. Hold on a second. So I came on to ask opinions as I'm listening on 5 Live and saw your comment that it's on Prime. I've now seen the incident, and it's certainly interesting. It's unfortunate for Man United. Yes, I agree. But if it had happened away from the action, you'd certainly blow to check the keeper is okay. I think at that point, Pengy, if you look at the replay, the referee's eyes was solemnly focused on the goalkeeper. When the ball went behind the Smith Rowe, the referee was not looking at. He didn't stop, turn around, and looked at Smith Rowe. He kept his eye on De Gea, and you can see him move to put the whistle to his mouth, and then he puts his hand back down again. Because he realizes at that point that Arsenal didn't infringe on De Gea. And I think that when they actually looked at the replay and he spoke to VAR, there was only one way it could go. So Pengy says also, in the same way you stopped for cramp, but it was amongst the action and is akin to an own goal, or whether the keeper may miskick the ball that is bubbled. It's unfortunate, but nothing you can rule against. Agree. I think it's bizarre. I haven't seen a goal like that probably ever.
Who thinks we're going to score from this free kick?
Yeah, I was going to say, we've got Partey and Odegaard standing over the ball. It looks like it's from 25 yards out.
I think Odegaard's going to score. Oh, Partey. Partey shoots, hits an Arsenal player. How could he hit an Arsenal player from a free kick?
It was a bit low. It was a bit low. It was a bit low.
He hit into Aubameyang. He tried to get out of the way.
Yeah, it was
That don't
definitely
make no sense.
He's back to front.
Penky says completely agree. Victor says, where does Saka fit in? Who does he replace? Well, Martinelli actually replaced him, but Pepe, Martinelli, and Saka, I would like to see that battle carry on throughout the whole season because that only benefits us. And not to mention, you can play those players in a variety of situations. If Smith Rowe needs a rest, or if he gets hurt or suspended or anything like that, Saka can go on the left. Saka's been a better player on the left than he has on the right. There's no doubt about that.
I just think Saka just needed a rest. I
agree.
Arteta's drained it out of him. He could have subbed him quite a few games earlier, but he hadn't done it. So injury.
He's trying to build a team around the bookends, isn't it? That's what he's trying to do. He's making a statement, and let's hope that the statement doesn't hurt the team. So far, it's working, isn't it?
But you got to wonder when you need players to step in. That's what I've said. When players can't impact when you have players on the bench and they don't make an impact when they come on, that's telling you something. And Martinelli, obviously, he's shown that he can make an impact. Yeah. But we now need to get Pepe back in the. Oh my gosh, Bruno Fernandes.
Oh damn. Wow.
Too much space, man.
Yeah.
Too much space. Too passive there.
Yeah.
Giving the ball away. Easy. Who was that? That was Ben White.
Yeah, it looked like it was Ben White. The ball.
It's Ben White.
He plays it into the midfield. The ball comes back in. A nice little pass play towards us. Just a good goal from United. Not much you can really do about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not much you can do. I mean, Ben White probably could have blocked it, but
no, it's when the ball came to him, he just kicked it out and it went straight to United player, and that's when they went back on the attack. But I did say there'd be goals. You did say it was 1-1. I said 2-2 or 3-3. So we'll see what happens now. It's an open game.
Yeah, and the thing is, that was right on the stroke of half-time. That's when you don't want to let a goal in. So it's really unfortunate that Arsenal couldn't get in there beforehand. But look, Arsenal on the attack now. Ball's on the left-hand side to Tavares.
Why is no one trying to help out Tavares there, man?
Is got 3 players in front of him. There's 3 red shirts.
Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, Partey.
Oh, that's quality from Odegaard. That's quality from Odegaard. Oh, it's got to be a booking. That's a late one. That's got to be a booking.
Partey's control, man.
Yeah, McTominay just caught Partey late there after Partey intercepted the ball, and he gets booked accordingly. So we got to look out if that's going to pay off later on in the game. If McTominay gets booked again.
Likely.
That's the sign.
Likely.
Pengy. I agree, Pengy. I agree. No, it's just a shame that we couldn't hang on. Hey, listen, there's a couple of minutes left there. The ball comes in from the free kick. And it's well defended by Man United. Is that a corner to Arsenal? Is that a corner? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a penalty. Did you see Tomiyasu? Tomiyasu got dragged down by his arm in the middle of the box. If VAR was to have a look at that, that would be a penalty. Why am I the only one talking?
Yeah, but mine stopped. My stream, my app stopped. Oh. So I think it's coming up now. Hold on.
So Tomiyasu goes down in the box. He gets pulled down. It looks like it's Maguire, and nothing at all. No VAR, no nothing. Smith Rowe tries to run in the box, but he takes 2 players. They've really played Smith Rowe well, to be honest.
46 minutes.
Look, they're showing it again.
Seconds.
That's a penalty. That is a stone cold penalty. That is a stone cold penalty. Oh my God. And I'm still the only one talking about it. Vincey's saying nothing. Tony's not saying nothing.
I ain't got there yet.
I'm at 47 minutes.
I'm only at 45.
Yeah, that means Vincey, you've already passed it. And
okay.
Tony, it's coming up. Tony, the corner comes in and Maguire pulls down Tomiyasu. They even show another replay of it. It's a clear stone cold penalty. Wow. Yeah, D, I agree. It's a bad time to succeed. Oh God.
Why's the app stopping and starting? It's craziness.
Oh man. Guys in the chat, do you think that is it just me, or do you think that was a penalty? They showed the replay. You can see he's pulling and holding back his right arm. Tomiyasu goes to the floor. No VAR, no nothing.
Yeah,
it's
that
just
is,
what you would expect.
I've just seen it, so yeah,
You've just seen it
for me. You can't pull the guy's arm like that.
Guys in the chat, let me know what your thoughts are, because I'm doing my nut here. I'm having kittens. I'm going crazy. That was a stone cold penalty.
Ronaldo tries it overhead. Goes well wide.
Yeah, Victor says penalty all the way. Kuke says that's a penalty. I don't even know what's going on, man. They're not even talking about it. Tony's sucking on some bone. That's not bone. That looks like mango, man. Tony's sucking on some mango over there.
Yep.
Man sucking his seed, boy. Suck the seed, boy.
But I mean, overall, guys, look, we're playing 49 minutes here. We're in 49 minutes of injury time. Tavares with the throw-in, long throw-in by Tavares. And that's a half-time whistle done.
That's half-time.
Right. Man, we're going to have to try and decipher that, because that, to me, Arsenal should have had a penalty there. D saying it should have been a penalty as well. Yep. Mark says, to be fair, it happens a lot and doesn't get called, but I'm biased and this is likely to be a close game. So, yeah, definitely a penalty. And it was United stepped up as soon as they went 1-0 down. So fair play to United. Arsenal was all over them. Let me just change this banner to make sure that it reflects half-time.
This game has score draw written all over it, man. All over it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Don't get me wrong. I would be happy if it was 1-1. But, and it's a good thing I took a picture, because now we're back in fifth. No, but I told Tony I'm going to take a picture because, boy.
Them things mean nothing midway through the game, you know.
Mean everything to me, my brother.
You and you alone.
That is it. That is it.
Real.
Tell the truth.
Right, let's have a look at this. So, yeah, here we go. So we'll do a halftime analysis in a minute, guys. But big shout out to all of you guys who are watching the stream. 15 people, YouTube, 39 people on Facebook. What's going on to you guys on Facebook in Footy Banter page and hashtag Arsenal 101. And big shout out to all of you people who are watching on Twitter as well. So this is
Big up the family, man. Big up the family.
This is what that's, guys, what I was looking at when Arsenal was 1-0 up. We were in fourth place. We were in the top four, even if it was for just 20 minutes. Anyway, yeah. With a minus, look at that, minus. Top four and a -1 goal difference. You got to love it. But, guys, let me see if I can find the... Here we go. Let's see if I can find this one. And we've got a nice little shot here of the two managers as players, Mikel Arteta and Michael Carrick, in one of their games, probably about 10 years ago. And both of them now are on the field managing the opposing teams. So let us break down this first half, guys. It was Arsenal who took the lead. As I said, it was the most bizarre goal that I've seen probably ever, when Emil Smith-Rowe scored with David De Gea down injured from his own player. However, the goal, as I said, it was from Fred, and the whistle did not blow. That is the most important thing, guys. The whistle did not blow, and the goal was eventually given. But United responded well, though, and they eventually drew level thanks to Bruno Fernandes, who, to be honest with you, everything went through him last season. And the Ronaldo syndrome, which we talked about on the Premier League podcast last week, Friday, when I was saying Ronaldo's such a good player that I think he just made everybody in the team relax. Everybody just went, "Oh, look, the holy man's here, so we don't need to do our thing anymore." And I think that's where United's gone wrong. But that's just my opinion. But we had a good debate about it on Friday. Tony, what's your thoughts of the first half?
It's kind of like a game of two halves so far in terms of the first half. We started really well. We pressed really well. We moved the ball really well. And then we sort of went into a shell. Our touches is not good. Our passing sequences are not good. We're struggling to get it out of our own half. So, yeah, overall, I think 1-1's probably about an even result at this stage.
Yeah, Tony. Vincey, what's your thoughts on the first half so far? Hard to see where you're actually picking the feed up. How far are you from home, Vincey?
I'm in Lewisham right now, so I'm just using my iPad I'm using my iPad on Amazon Prime on the app, as you can see, and I'm using my mobile phone to stream the game on StreamYard.
I hear you,
so I'm in
man.
the car right now. I'm supposed to be going down to my daughter's house to sort some stuff out. I also think good energy by Arsenal. Good energy first half. Yes, it's a freak goal, but it was a nice passage of play that led up to the goal. You know, as Tony alluded to, great assist from El Neni to head the ball down. Great strike from Smith Rowe. Then after that, it's a case where Arsenal, I think, have shown their vulnerabilities this season, where we can't keep hold of the ball. We're not using the ball wisely, and I know we're away from home, but yes, and United after the goal started to put a lot of pressure on us. But again, we kind of contributed with sloppy passing that led to the goal. So, second half, if we tidy that up, we're definitely in this game. I still believe there's goals there. And it will be a good result. Either way, if we can get more goals in this game. What's going on, Nabil?
I'm just turning my phone upside down to see if it works any better. How you guys doing?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad. What's going on?
Good.
Yeah, Nabil, what's your thoughts on the first half, mate? What's your thoughts on the first half?
I don't like to say it, but
turn your volume down.
Oh, that might be me.
Yeah,
that's a
but
typical.
first of all, Nabil, before you give your thoughts, how's your back injury?
I'm in hospital on the 20th for some injections, and then I'm due to get surgery set up. I think the surgery won't be until about February or May. Yeah, I'm going for the surgery. It's a big one, but I'm going to go for it.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm
good
good,
luck
though.
with
I'm
that,
good.
man.
I'm good. Yeah.
Are you on the naproxen as well?
The drugs?
Yeah, naproxen. Have they given you naproxen as well?
No. I don't take anything stronger than ibuprofen and codeine.
Okay.
And if I just take a lot, my missus sees me take so much, and she thinks, "Oh, what are you doing? Taking so many?" If I take 8 a day, I don't care, but I won't do more than that. My body's kind of used to that now, and I tend not to take it too much. I'll just deal with the pain. But thinking of the game, man, oh my God, I said to myself, you don't want to get Man United fired up like we got Liverpool fired up, but it's not even our fault. It's like, you score a goal, it's the referee's fault. It's a goal, but we've done so well to hang on, but that channel, every time I see Sancho popping up on that channel and Ronaldo on that channel, yeah, these are good players, man. These are good players.
Yeah,
We've done well to hold out.
Oh yeah.
We done well to hold out, but I just felt like that's the thing with us. We're just creaking and we're creaking, and then they finally. I mean, look, we're talking about Bruno Fernandes, we're talking about Ronaldo, we're talking about Sancho. But you know what? My only complaint is Thomas Partey. Like, you know, I'm always defending him in the group, but today the amount of times he's given away the ball. You know, he's not putting his foot down in the centre of the park like you'd expect. I mean, El Nenny's come in. He looks a little bit nervy. He's spread it about okay.
Yeah, I saw him come out.
But he still looks a bit nervy.
What's that sound there?
Nervy.
I doubt that Thomas Partey is the worst at giving the ball away. I doubt it. I bet you there's more
I feel like
giving away the ball than Thomas Partey.
Yeah, I feel like with Arsenal, if Mikel Arteta can just get Thomas and El Neni to be a bit more imposing in that midfield, a bit more calming and, you know, assured in that midfield. And again with Martinelli, I prefer him up front. I don't think he offers that much down the channel. We're missing Saka. This is a game where you see how good Saka is, because seriously, all our great attacking impetus comes from him. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, Smith Rowe does his thing, but damn, Saka's such a big player. We're missing him today.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm one of the guys that felt Saka needed a rest. But you're getting bare love here, Nabil. Andrew says, geez, can Nabil get any more hair on his face? D says, big up Nabil 101. Kuke says, big up Nabil. We miss you, dude. We can still win this, though. They've some amazing finishers, but that's not really... but what's that? There's not really many in that United side that you can fear that can break you down at will. And 18 says, Nabil, my guy.
Nice one, guys. Yeah, guys, I've missed you too, man. As you can hear from the conversation, I've not been in the best of health, but you know, watching this game, I just had to come in and just say something, man, because boy, this is a big one, and it's a good game. It's a really good game. This is, you know, it's 1-1, but it's, you know, you've got to be on your game for this one. You've got to be on your. And to be fair, our defense has stood up well. They stood up well, but you've got to respect the quality. This is the game where I really need Oba to come. Like, he's too much of a big player. He's got too much ability to not show up in this game. I need something from him in this game.
I mean, he's doing a lot of running. He's working hard, but let's be honest, he ain't really impacting this game the way we would want a striker of his, you know, experience to be affecting a game.
Yeah, G says Tony Cox, El Nene has been the better midfielder in this half. D says Maguire arm pull on Tomiyasu, really? Clear as day. That's what I'm. Look, I was pulling my hair out of my head, and it was almost like I'm the only one that was seeing that. That should have been a penalty to Arsenal in the 46th minute. Kuke says, be fair, El Nene has been one of the better players out there, covering in defence, trying to push us forward. Partey will never hear the last of this performance, though. Yeah, but remember last year, it was an El Nene and Partey masterclass when we won 1-0. So I think that's what Arteta was probably looking for. Victor saying, are they playing the Arab Cup on the World Cup stadium? I'm not sure what that means. Kez, evening. Kez says, evening, people. It's a good game, but we gave up that goal too easily. I don't think it was too easily. I think that was coming. I think United just got into gear. United finished second in the league last season, guys. We're talking about them like, look at their players. Just as Nabil said, when you go through their team sheet, when you look at their players, they were just a team that was devoid of confidence. Manager got sacked. They were in a situation where they are because of what's going on. But make no mistake about it. I talked about it in the Premier League show we did last week. That Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has spent 400 million. We went through the whole transfer budget in the show. So make no mistake about it, guys. This ain't no dibby team that we're playing, yeah? Osman saying, today is showing me the manager is good, but attacking players are garbage. Everyone of the attacking players are average at best, even Saka and Smith Rowe. And Andrew said, tell Uber if Imnal score is dropped for Xhaka in the rest of the season. No, guys, seriously. Vincey, you've been quiet, man. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm just traveling, man. So I just didn't want to allow the background noise to disturb the show, man. So I'm just en route back to the house. So hopefully I'll be able to join you guys in a few minutes. I'm still watching the stream. I heard you say that, yeah, you know what? We all know that United spend big money on players, but the game of football is not won on paper, man. You know, players on both sides have got to perform. You know, I like what Arteta's done with getting us defensively set in play in situations. I just think we've been very sloppy with the ball, which has contributed. Yes, we've been under a lot of pressure, but we've been sloppy with the ball, and you know that led to the goal. I just hope if we can cut that out, second half, it's going to be an end-to-end game, and I still believe there's goals. I can say that.
I agree with that. I think we've been sloppy. I think even then, Smith Rowe's lost the ball a couple of times, and I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna really blame anybody. I'm not gonna put any blame on anybody. I think, you know, that they in the middle of the park, there needs to be more of an assured feeling and an assured, you know, something from these players that they're just a bit more confident and assured in the middle of the park. I think sooner or later, our wing backs are going to need to get down those channels as well, because I can't see much coming from Martinelli if Saka's not playing. But more than anything, I'm telling you now, more than anything, the onus is on Aubameyang. The onus is on that player. I don't care if he has to crack it from outside the box. I don't care what he's got to do, but he's got to really impose himself on this game and be the threat on this game, because, you know, all the big players are turning up. Sancho, you can see he's up for it. Fernandes is up for it. Ronaldo is up for it. The big players are up for it. You know, I feel that as a team, like I think someone said it earlier on, as a team, we're good. We're good. Yeah, they've got some good players, individuals, but as a team, I think we're the better team. We are the better team, and that's why we're higher than them now. We're playing better as an organised unit. But when push comes to shove, the ball's got to go in the back of the net to win. And there's some player, and he's on big money to do that. He's got to deliver this game.
And you think about it.
Better team?
Sorry, I was talking, but my mic was muted.
We are the better team.
You have to remember.
I think we're playing the better. I think we're playing the better football.
We're the better team. They've got better individuals.
It's
They've got better
again,
players.
guys. And Martinelli's got the ball on the right. He's looking for support on the overlap. Tomiyasu is coming up in support.
Already?
Yeah,
no chance.
Martinelli's won a corner. What I wanted to say, guys, is we got to remember that Bruno Fernandes outplayed all of our strikers last season, and he's a midfielder. They have a midfielder that had 18 goals and 12 assists last season. Yeah, that was better than any player that we had in our team. And they got Ronaldo, who's one of the best strikers in the world.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's that's what we're up against, guys.
Yeah. I think, like I said.
Oh, what a save by the game! Who was it? It was Martinelli. Oh, God, guys. The corner comes in from Odegaard.
Guys, I'll be back.
Wow. Unbelievable. Corner comes in from Martin Odegaard. It looks like Martinelli who gets his head on it. What a save.
Yeah,
Martinelli. No,
good reflex save.
I think it was Gabriel.
Yeah, but one thing you were just saying, you were talking about Bruno Fernandes, but one thing you got to recognize that he's a mobile midfielder. Mobile. It's a huge difference. You know, he's setting up plays, he's getting assists, and he's potent in attack. If we had a player like that, completely different team we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the Fabregas level. And not even Fabregas got 18 goals in one season for us.
Yeah. It's a sick stat that he's doing in that position. And it's beautiful because he's not quick, but he's very
Ronaldo. Oh, it's a great save by Ramsdale. This is end-to-end stuff, this is. Wow. Wow. Okay, Arsenal get a free kick, and it calms down a little bit. Cristiano Ronaldo, you can see here, Sancho delivers the ball to him in a slip. He's onside. He cuts inside. Partey offering no resistance at all. Look at Thomas Partey against Ronaldo. That is awful. Great save from Aaron Ramsdale there. Boy, Thomas Partey just got dunked on there by Ronaldo.
.47 and 48 minutes. I'm on.
Yeah, I'm on 48 minutes and 5 seconds.
Yeah.
46.
Arsenal being very, very physical. Come out strong again this second half. Both teams have got subs that they can use. If I can have a look at
Have you got a consensus of who's going to be at the game on Sunday, Apollo?
You mean the Women's FA Cup?
Yeah.
Well, I know Tom and Michelle, Ebony. I know quite a few people are going. I'm bringing my wife Lisa and my daughter Layla.
Have you heard from Jay?
No, haven't heard from Jay at all.
I spoke to him. I told him you guys were going to go. I can't make it.
Yeah, we're going to be at TJR's before before 12, before midday at Wembley.
Okay.
Mark says, "Ooh, so much harder to score when their keeper isn't lying on." I agree. Victor says, "Uber pulls the defense right, creating super space." Yeah, I think Aubameyang's played really well today. Man United are on the attack again, but they can't get the ball past Ramsdale. Andrew says, "A significant portion of a professional football is about confidence of the player." Agreed. Yeah, Aubameyang's played really well today. Ability is demonstrated and displayed when you're not scared of any negative repercussions. Victor says, Niles and Sambi should be our midfielders, though they probably might be, mate, in the second half.
See, this is where Arteta gets his
Partey has just lost a step.
He's getting it wrong, and he can't find himself a way to repair it.
Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it, T?
Aubameyang is doing nothing in this game. He started the game on fire. It looked like he was part of a really good press. That's died out now.
So you just heard one of the guys in the chat tell you that he had dummy run to pull two defenders to open up the space for that chance, and then you've said he ain't doing nothing.
So I didn't see it. Which chance was that?
You probably haven't got to it. No, you have, because that was a while ago. I'm on 50 minutes and 35 seconds.
I'm still at 48 and a half.
It's a good game for me. It's a good game for me. It's probably what I expected. I said this was going to be 1-1.
Yeah, but we're playing with 10 men, bro.
Yeah, we are.
Which is frustrating.
Yeah. I don't have any excuses for that. All I've got to say is the reason, and I said that in the pre-game. I said we are looking at Odegaard and we're looking at Partey and Aubameyang for them to fire up. And
Bro,
so far,
if you're a striker and the ball isn't coming to
Man
you,
United
you
coming
go
again.
get it.
Ball comes into the middle. It's 2-0. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Told you. That's just absolute nonsense football that we would do. We had the ball there in midfield and then gave it away. And you see how they cut us through?
Because that's the difference when you're at the top half of the table, mate.
That's the nonsense I'm talking about. No.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't have much to say because, like I said, I know the quality of these players we're playing against, and that was a quality goal. Look at Ronaldo make his run there, and Thomas Partey's nowhere near. Like Partey's just Ronaldo is all over him. Partey can't. This is. We saw about 5 minutes ago when Partey just got sailed by Ronaldo on the inside of the right post, and here he's left Partey for dead. Partey's completely the wrong side of Ronaldo, and Ronaldo, one of the best strikers in the world. I ain't going to say anything against that. Bertram says Partey's a liability. I agree. Yeah, Ronaldo's all full of smiles now because they felt unjust. But the Arsenal goal is what really kicked them into gear. Bertram says he should be taken out. We all agree with you, Bertram. We think that Thomas Partey should be subbed. His range is awful. Odegaard's had some few good corners.
He's done nothing.
He's done nothing, yeah. He's had a few good corners in the game, but he's done nothing as an outfield player. Martinelli on the right here looks almost like he's been isolated. Odegaard gets the ball and picks it up on the right. And Odegaard's lost the ball again. Who's that? Tomiyasu's won it back. Bertram says Arteta doesn't know how to make tough decisions. I think Ozil was a tough decision. I think Leno was a tough decision.
Yeah.
I think when he dropped Aubameyang last season for Lacazette, I thought that was a tough decision.
Yeah,
Apollo, you thought Ozil was a tough decision? Seriously?
I mentioned 4 names there, Vincey. But yes, I do think it was a tough decision.
I think Kolasinac was a tough decision.
Kolasinac, he don't even play for us, mate.
I think the club made a very poor decision when it came to Ozil. I don't think it was a tough decision. You can't pay a man like that and treat a man like that.
Whoa! What a goal! Martin Odegaard! Oh, what a goal! It was a carbon copy of the Ronaldo goal. An absolute carbon copy of the Ronaldo goal you just saw 5 minutes ago. What a goal! Absolutely. Martin Odegaard, we were just talking about him. He needs to step up. You can see here, Thomas Partey puts the ball out wide right. Martinelli is onside. Martinelli's got no one around him for 20 yards. He paces it back to beyond the penalty area. And Martin Odegaard, first time touch, exactly the same goal that Cristiano Ronaldo scored 2 minutes ago. And Arsenal have repaid the favour. It's 2-2.
Me tell you, there's goals tonight, man. I tell you. I tell all you, there's going to be goals tonight.
Hey!
3-3, man.
That was Martinelli at his best. The ball is not aimlessly played in. He looks up, he spots his player. He knows Odegaard is making that run. Odegaard makes that run, finds that space, first time into the bottom left-hand corner. A carbon copy of the Cristiano Ronaldo goal. What a response for Arsenal. What a response. Tony.
Not come to it yet.
Vincey.
Man, you can't talk to me right now, I'm busy. Hold on, man.
Tony, I didn't mean to scare you there when I jumped up. It's very rarely am I on time because I'm watching it on my Xbox. I always get the lag stream, so I'm always the one with the limited stream. Arsenal are up for the fight, man. And
I tell all you there was goals tonight, man.
Yeah, nice.
And to be fair, we're playing a tie. We're playing a quality team, but we're making ourselves accountable. Bertram is saying we need to solve how to keep the ball when being pressed. This is why we struggle against City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. I agree, 100%. Let's change this banner, shall we?
You would have got 22-1
on 2-2. Man United now probing in the Arsenal area.
2-2.
We're just giving Fernandes so much space. We're giving him so much space. Arsenal respond well. That's 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes right there. Wow. Don't look away for 1 minute, guys. You might miss something. Great goal by Martin Odegaard. Great goal.
I still can't understand why Aubameyang is still on the pitch.
Dear, oh dear. Okay, that was look at the way Aaron Ramsdale plays the ball out there. Oh, what are you doing? Thomas Partey plays a ridiculous ball. Whoa, what is? To be fair on El Nene, he hasn't had much of the ball. Thomas Partey's just been a liability today.
Been a liability last three games.
Tavares picks up the ball, gives it to El Nene. Smith Rowe and El Nene on the overlap on the left-hand side. Tavares chips it through. El Nene just can't control it. Arsenal win back possession.
USB.
Martinelli with an assist, says Victor. Andrew said, Vincey, John Motson, tone. What a game this is. What a cracking game this is today, guys.
Thank you.
What an absolute cracking game this is. Big shout out to everybody. We've got 52 people watching on Facebook, 17 people on YouTube, Twitter, 39 viewers. Welcome to you guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit that like button and help the community of 101 grow. Yes, it's not about me. We are a community at 101. Big and shout out to everybody who's supporting the channel. What a game we've got on our tonight, man. And Arsenal are up for the fight. Arsenal now with a free kick in the midfield. Arteta now talking to his coaching staff, figuring out what's the next move.
It's been quite a few. It's been a long time since the scoreline's been like this at Old Trafford, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when we got those points deducted, what was the game ended? Was it 2-1?
Yes, it was. It was, yeah. Yeah, it was 2-1. Pro Lover saying, hey guys, just signed in. Good for you to join us, mate. This is a cracking game. You're probably watching it on Peacock. Kez is saying, we need subs. Yeah, we need to make subs now. It's the 60th minute for me. Partey's got the ball.
Tavares,
puts the ball into Aubameyang. Aubameyang slides it to Odegaard. Odegaard's picked the ball on the right. The overlap is being played by Tomiyasu. He plays the ball wrong and they just read it wrong.
Apollo, what's your time on?
60 minutes and 10 seconds.
All right, I'm going to reset.
Kuke says, I'm following the game through this thread. Pro Lover saying, yes, trying to update the app. What a great goal by Arsenal. What a great goal by Arsenal.
Yeah, good touch by Odegaard there.
I can't take my eyes off this for 2 minutes, man. Ramsdale playing the ball out of the back. Man United full press on Arsenal now.
Go on, Smith Rowe.
Oh, Smith Rowe is through. No, Smith Rowe doesn't do a job. Smith Rowe doesn't do a good job holding up the ball there.
You run out of legs. No, we got that. We got that. That's yours. No. You're good. Thank you.
Sancho's the extra man. Here's Jadon Sancho.
No.
It's
crossed in here, but it's defended well. It's defended. What could do something? Arsenal break the press again with Odegaard. Tavares picked up the ball here on the left-hand side.
What's your thoughts on Pepe coming on? Because the game's quite open.
Yeah, I think this suits Pepe. This does. I think the intensity of the game means that you're going to have to make some early subs. I would definitely bring Lacazette on for Aubameyang at the moment. We need somebody to hold the ball up a little bit better than they're starved of service up there. Arsenal picking the ball around in the midfield at the moment, trying to keep possession.
Oh, Odegaard.
Great ball to Martinelli.
Yeah, Martinelli's been really, really good today. Martinelli picking up the ball on the right. Just accepted the pass. Arsenal in possession, probing again the Man United defence. United are dug in. Kez is saying, Party playing like Uncle Party.
You know that, man.
Andrew
Play
just
like this.
Saka to come back. Mad thing.
Rock back party.
Eventually joined in. Yeah, I thought, if I'm honest, I've got reinforcements right there, a little bit quicker. Right.
This is mad. This is mad. This is mad. This is mad.
It's a nice spread. Rashford, first time. Gabriel out. Throw 10 in.
Smith Rowe just doesn't look like he has any legs underneath him at the moment. Victor says Kieran Tierney versus Nuno. Tierney has speed and whips the ball in. Nuno can take on players in the box. Yeah, I think Tavares is the
we've seen that over and over.
Kez is saying foul them in their half. He says we're playing a bit naive as well. United on a full press here, but Arsenal doing well to break the press. Ball comes out to Tomiyasu, who's got loads of space on the right. Tomiyasu brings the ball forward. He's got Martinelli now with 3 red shirts around him. Tomiyasu, ball comes out to Thomas Partey. Odegaard now in the slip. Ball comes through to Smith Rowe. Cheeky ball in. Tomiyasu picking up the ball on the right. Arsenal playing good possession of football this from Arsenal. Good keep ball.
That's what we need.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Tavares with the cross, it gets blocked for an Arsenal throw.
Yeah, we look more composed.
Yeah, Bertrand, we were saying that. We were saying Smith Rowe is quiet and he's tired. He doesn't have any legs underneath him at all. And for me, I bring on Pepe. I either put Pepe on the left and keep Martinelli on the right, or just switch them, put Pepe on the right and Martinelli on the left. And I would take Aubameyang off and put Aubameyang's through. Uber's through on goal. Tight angle. That's a great save by De Gea. Angle was really tight though. Angle was really tight. Whoa. That was a great ball through. Who hits that ball? It's Ben White. Ben White hits the ball over the entire Man United midfield. Aubameyang puts the ball up, but the space is really tight. Aubameyang doesn't have much to work with. He hits it, and De Gea makes a reflex save. It's straight to the goalkeeper.
Premier League goals this season. Henrik Aubameyang having scored at home. He has scored on his 2 previous visits to this ground.
Yeah, Smith Rowe's got to do better in them situations, man. We need to keep hold of the ball, man.
What a ball from Ben White, man.
Saka's coming on.
Saka?
We can only play with 13 man, you know. Saka coming on.
Oh,
Max, what's going on here, man?
Well, Nabil's going to be happy. Nabil wanted Saka to
what
come on.
Cheers.
Come on. Oh, it's well played there. Who was that? That was Gabriel. Gabriel said, not in my house. Victor said Saka's coming on as well. Bertram saying Pepe doesn't play for Arsenal anymore.
He doesn't. I don't think he trains.
He's water boy. He hands out the orange slices, isn't it, at half time?
What? Nah, man.
Good game, this guys. Good game.
Yeah, we're starting to play again. Maybe I think the intensity from United has quelled a bit, and they're not getting at us as quickly as they were. Could be a bit of fatigue.
I'm gonna put Pepe in contact with Acas, man, because boy, he ain't getting treated right.
Where are we now? Mark says Aubameyang doesn't look confident. Yeah, he's a bit devoid because he's had a horrid few games, plus the penalty miss.
Oh, that's a pen. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
The goalkeeper's not having it. A referee said no.
Ooh.
The referee said he's not having it.
Did he pull away? Let's see if he pulled away.
The referee said he's not having it.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. I think I think that's a penalty. I think Man United had a penalty.
He didn't even touch the ball.
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah,
We had a
that's-
penalty when Tomiyasu got dragged down, so we're evens. We're even
Cool.
on that one.
I still haven't seen it yet, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go, Tony, because that to me that looked like a penalty.
Oh, he's gonna go to VAR.
Oh,
He's gonna go to VAR. They're gonna give it.
Oh my God.
As he suggests, Martin Atkinson has been.
Yeah, it's a pen all day. How can he not see it straight away?
Oh, I don't know. You know, when I looked at it from that angle, I don't know.
Absolutely.
He had his feet between his. Look,
He did.
You know what?
He did.
Fred was smart. You see where Fred put his foot?
I think it's a penalty.
You see where Fred put his foot? His standing foot.
Yeah, I think it's. But you know what? If you look at it from the other angle, it doesn't look like much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it hits his left leg. I think that's a penalty.
Yeah, Fred knew what he was doing though.
It is
Yeah.
a Manchester United penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty,
Martin
guys.
Odegaard, no sooner had he equalised for Arsenal at one end than he rendered them vulnerable
Yeah.
at the other.
Penalty to United.
And Cristiano Ronaldo has already laid claim to the ball.
Yeah. Mark says it looked like a penalty, but I agree. Yeah. Kez says that's a dive. Bertram says that's a clear penalty.
Yeah, clear pen. That's what I said straight away.
Yeah, but Mark says if they get that, then can we have the Tomiyasu? Exactly. Tomiyasu gets pulled down in the box. Nobody says anything.
Cristiano Ronaldo
But guys, it was a silly challenge from Odegaard, though.
in front of the Stretford end, where he is at home. Ronaldo!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ronaldo. That's really deflating because I thought we've really stood up to United.
Fine.
With 10 men.
Man.
Foot right through the ball. And steps.
Oh man. Kes saying this is BS. They get that and we don't get the pull. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's a bad
Old Trafford.
challenge, man.
It's Old Trafford.
That's a
It's Old
clear
Trafford.
penalty.
Yeah.
Can't go to ground. I not even touch the ball, Jeff.
Oh, man.
Seriously? Oh my word! I'd haul him off for that.
That really deflates you. Something like that is so deflating.
So Smith
Anyway.
Rowe's off. Saka's on.
Yeah, Smith Rowe should have been taken off a while ago. It's 70 minutes here anyway, guys. Man. Mark says, Pants, I agree, Apollo. We've been looking good. We also showed grip, 2-1 down. Times to show metal again. Yeah, I totally agree, mate. It is a shame because it's been such a good performance at Old Trafford. And we've turned up, but we've fought there. We've turned up for the fight. And we've made ourselves accountable. We're definitely in this game. This isn't no 4-0 Liverpool or anything like that. We've definitely turned up for this game. But that was a silly challenge.
Terrible.
Yeah, it was a silly challenge. Wow. Oh, man. What can you do? It's so hard to get back from 2-1 down at Old Trafford. Can we do it again? Kez is saying Pepe on.
Please, yeah. Finally.
Is that happening, Kez? Sorry, I didn't see that. Kez is saying we beat ourselves in these kind of games. They don't even have to play better than us. Yeah, I agree. And look, guys, how many times can I say that this team is still in its infancy? We're still trying to figure it out. We are by far not the finished article. And you can tell that because we don't even have a set of strikers that we can rub together. You know?
Sniffing out the first home win since that bouncy day when Ronaldo arrived back and scored twice against Newcastle. Bruno Fernandes has scored this evening for the first time since that same afternoon, that same heady party day. Arsenal won't consider themselves done here.
Yeah, Kez is saying I'm saying that we should sub him on. Osman said, like I said earlier, good manager, rubbish players. But I think this good manager. I think it's good young players, and we have to put the word young into the mix. They've played. This is the 11th game that this team has played together. Man United went through the whole of last season and finished second in the Premier League, and they've just got better players. And I was worried and concerned about Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo didn't play in the last game. This team has a point to prove. They've got a new manager. Yeah, it's as Mark said. Look, as Mark said, let's just keep the faith.
Here, son, is
he feels like he's playing the part of Tom Aston this evening. I wouldn't want to see Tom Aston's face at this point. Tom Aston and Ebony said that we were definitely going to win today.
Is Michel at the game?
Yeah, it's a free kick to Arsenal. Martin Odegaard, 30 yards out. Ball comes into the box. And it's a corner to Arsenal.
Not for a corner. Yeah, it wasn't the most.
Bertram says, Apollo keeps making excuses. What do you expect me to do, Bertram? Seriously, what do you expect me to just throw the towel in and then just be completely negative? What do you expect me to do, Bertram? Martin says, agreed. Keep a young squad and still optimistic about the future. This is just a one stop on a long journey. 100%. 100%. Corner, Martin Odegaard in sweet corner. Comes out to El Nene.
Tavares.
That's handball there.
Then, but the ball was struck in half.
Yes, it's good enough.
Tavares cross you, attempted cross you fast.
Petra says, I expect you to keep making it. They're not excuses. They're real, bro. They're real. The issue is you think this team should be a world beater after 11 games together and the youngest team in the league. There's no logic to that at all, Bertrand. I don't see any logic to that at all.
Beyond him.
Man United are breaking now on the left-hand side.
Ran into a corner.
Marcus Rashford's coming through. It's a good tackle there by El Nene.
Ran out of it. Gabriel cleared.
Yeah, it was good defender.
You know, imagine what it would be like if we had a midfield.
Look at Martinelli. Martinelli running at the Man United defence. He's gone past two players. He squares it to Aubameyang on the left. Aubameyang hits it. They're saved by De Gea.
It's a great break from Martinelli. He releases Aubameyang. And my initial reaction is he's got to...
What would it be like if we had a midfield?
Well, what Martinelli has done there is what Smith Rowe has been doing and actually hasn't done today, which is just pick up the ball in the midfield and run at the defence. We haven't seen Smith Rowe.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, look where we got the ball from in a midfield position, and he went straight. And I've been talking about this, but it's not rocket science what I'm talking about. You know, football isn't hard. Sometimes it's been made hard by some of the decisions people make on the ball.
Yeah. Well, as I said, that's normally something that we see Smith Rowe do, and he hasn't done it today. Martinelli just showing his mettle. And by the way, Martinelli came from a wide left position there, picked the ball up in his own half. Great run. El Nene again being really tidy on the ball, squares the ball out left to Tavares. Tavares not really got into the game today.
Now this is the point I'm trying to say. You know, when you've made a post in the week and you're talking about it's hard to score goals in the league.
Yeah.
This is two of the teams who are struggling to score goals, but are also conceding them due to teams who will take their chances. So you look at the balance of play. Yeah, Martinelli had a good chance.
A great ball by Partey. Oh, Martinelli trying to feed in Saka there. Sorry, go on.
Martinelli had a very good chance, which he didn't take with his he kind of scoffed his
Martinelli is just on it right now. Cross comes into the middle. I tell you, Martinelli's putting on a display for the Arsenal fans. I don't know how you drop him after today. Partey picks the ball up in the midfield. Arsenal probing for an equaliser. Ball comes out wide.
Come on.
Crosses in. Oh! Aubameyang from point blank range saved.
I can't do this, man. I can't.
Aubameyang's got to do way better than that.
Deflected, comes off. Yeah, he's offside.
He would have been offside anyway.
I thought he was off.
He wasn't, you know that? He had a horrible one at the weekend. Oh dear me, that's
Man, Lacazette is coming on, and I think Sambi is coming on.
And what I've been saying is that this game has shown you that if you have chances, it's not that it's hard to score goals, it's that people are not taking the chances. You know, look at both teams. That's why I said it was going to be 3-3 tonight, because I expected both teams to take their chances and it be an end-to-end game.
I don't know why the referee didn't give immediately. That was always going to be the case. The end product there. On top of everything else, Ronaldo, he's got a fabulous variety of penalty, hasn't he? It's never the same one twice running. No, I know. It's utterly unreadable. And Sancho. Marcus Rashford is yet to complete 90 minutes this season.
Okay, so Rashford is off for Lingard.
Hasn't played 90 minutes since it turned into 120.
What you been saying, Sean, brother, there, man?
Replaced here by
Lingard.
Yeah, it's just Aubameyang just missed another chance. Aubameyang's off.
Wow, Nketiah comes on for Aubameyang.
My guy. So Arsenal are going for it. Lacazette and Nketiah on, guys, and Sambi. It's a triple substitution. Odegaard off. Aubameyang
Are you
off.
joking me?
Yeah,
You are joking me.
A little bit.
Wow.
I'm a fan of Rashford, but a little bit disappointed this evening.
Tony, what's up?
Seriously, Aubameyang?
Oh, you just in the chart.
Okay, he was offside.
This is a very interesting one for Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal, 10 minutes to save a result here. I don't know what this does to us in top four. Let me have a look at the league again.
Sharp around the penalty area.
Has Pepe already joined the Ivory Coast already?
Maybe. That's very strange.
A broad one, isn't it? This is Oxford Street on Christmas Eve. Shop window.
Wow.
So yes, so at the moment Arsenal are still in fifth. They're a point ahead of Spurs and 2 points ahead of Man United at the moment. At this moment. Bertram says, I think Pepe left early for the African Nations Cup. Victor says, bloody moonwalk. I hope he gives us a back pass. Oh my God. Come on, man.
Gabriel.
Gabriel's done well there. United are pressing the hell out of us.
And the story had him, Peter. I know for a fact he did. Slapping under the water, that swan who was Gabriel.
Come on, we can do it, guys. Come on. We can do it, man. And then they bring the ball forward. I'm going for Nketiah or Lacazette to equalise.
Martinelli.
And Nketiah picks up the ball here in space.
Look how deep.
Can they call Nketiah?
Look how deep Nketiah is coming for the ball.
Yeah, he always does that. He always runs into the midfield to help them out. There's the extra man. Right now,
movement, guys, movement. You've got to move. Got to move, guys.
Emotionally,
we can't even string a triangle, man. What's going on?
Yeah. United's pressing us hard, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Party picking the ball up. Tavares crosses the ball in. That's awful. That just doesn't go to anybody. Saka picks up the ball. It's a throw into Arsenal. Mark says, heart in my mouth for that defensive pass, but it's all good again. Agreed. Man, come on.
Did well to keep it from going behind.
That's bad. If Nketiah is in that chance, that Aubameyang's got that goal's in the going into that ball's going into the back of the net for me.
All right. Saka.
Have a shot.
Saka picks up the ball. We've got El Nene.
Kept going the other way. Tavares there. Keeping it back in track.
El Nene, man.
United working hard, man. I think that's the first time I've seen Cristiano Ronaldo press like that and work hard to win the ball back.
He's got a hand in his jail.
82 minutes and 30 seconds gone, guys.
Yeah. I already said that to her, and she was like, no, I've done it because I wanted to do it, and I know that you told me to
Tavares, beyond Lacazette.
Saka picks the ball up on the right. It's not what I don't know what he just did. He just took the ball right into the hands of De Gea. So Saka's got three guys in the middle. So you can see the ball comes out here. Saka picks the ball up. He's got three guys in the middle, and instead he chips it to De Gea.
You've got to gamble that
Tavares. 3 managerial meetings against Manchester United. His first win as Arsenal was against Manchester United. Trails Manchester United. 6.5 minutes to play. Saka.
It's all Arsenal though, guys. Arsenal on the attack again. Tavares picks up the ball. Partey picks it up centrally. El Nene, Ben White pushes up as well. It's all Arsenal right now. United sitting deep. Sambi picks the ball up in space. Partey does, sorry. The ball goes to Lacazette. Lacazette just puts the ball into the middle to nobody.
Wire. Well, they kept it from White and Tommy Asu.
Look at that. Arsenal won it back. No, it doesn't. It's saved by was that Sancho? It's saved. Yeah, but it just goes into Ramsdale, and Ramsdale picks up the ball. Actually, it's Lingard. El Nene brings the ball out. He's asking who wants it. He's asking any Arsenal players who wants the ball. Tomiyasu picks up the ball. El Nene playing a very tidy game today, and it gets slipped through. Asset. Ooh. Martinelli picks up the ball in the penalty area. It's a good ball in from Sambi. El Nene picks the ball up. He shields it. Just gets taken away from him. It's end-to-end stuff here, guys. Arsenal committing so much men forward, and it just means United can get them on the break. It's end-to-end stuff here. 85 minutes gone. Bertram's saying you need a goal scorer and you choose Saka versus Pepe. Yeah, exactly. Andrew's saying Arsenal will not lose. Really, United in possession here, guys. Really, United should be running out the clock. That's what United should do. So the onus is for Arsenal to press now. The pressure should come from Arsenal. You need your guys like Saka, Lacazette, Sambi, and Nketiah. You've got a whole fresh legs of front line there, and you need them guys to be putting the pressure on United's midfield. But we get the ball back. Saka picks the ball up now. Ben White brings the ball forward. He runs with the ball. Oh, he puts it through the legs of Tom. He just loses it. Always a danger there when you get Ben White running at the ball there. No, still Arsenal's ball now. Gabriel wins it back. It goes wide to Tavares. 5 Arsenal players in the box. It drops to Saka. Oh, it's blocked. He has a shot and it's blocked. Come on, you Arsenal. Tony sitting down there just vexed. It's all Arsenal. Arsenal putting so much men forward now. Oh, Saka, man. Tavares crosses it. It falls to Saka. And as I said, Saka takes his time to shoot, but United player comes in and blocks it. I think that's Fred. Fred came in and blocked it. Corner to Arsenal. Arsenal have 8 corners. United have had 2. It's Saka to take the corner. It's a good corner. Oh, just cleared by United. United now on the break. It's 3 against 2. 3 United players against 2 Arsenal players. You got to run at him. There's players available. That's a great block there. Is that Tomiyasu? It is. Arsenal were outmanned there, and Tomiyasu made a fantastic play. I think that was Ben White that tried to get a touch on the corner, and here they're showing you United break 3 against 2. Tomiyasu's having to defend 2 Man United players here. Tavares makes a decision to go and shut it down, but Tomiyasu with a great block. Bertram saying Saka getting balls open into the box and doesn't know what to do with it. He had a shot, but it was a blocked. It was a good block shot there.
Come on, Ben.
Was that Ronaldo getting subbed off? Yeah, it is. Ronaldo's getting going off. And I think that's Martial coming on. Oh, no. Ronaldo's not coming off. No, they've given Ronaldo man of the match.
Oh, some idiot on the pitch, I see.
88 minutes and 40 seconds gone, guys. Oh, Ronaldo's running to the tunnels. Do you know what would frustrate somebody like me with a result like today? Is Arsenal have been carrying a few players on the pitch, but they've been fighting and they've turned up, and they could have easily just caved into Man United in this onslaught, because that's what it's been. United have absolutely since they went 1-0 down after the Smith Rowe goal. United just went into overdrive. And they had the whole Old Trafford crowd behind them, and Arsenal could have easily just crumbled. And I thought it was unfortunate for the penalty, but otherwise we'd be sitting at 2-2. But I think that Arsenal's made themselves accountable today, and but because of our fan base and the way our fans are, they won't even look at that. They'll just treat this as another slapping session for the team and the manager, and it's just unfortunate. I'm saying it's unfortunate, and that's the narrative that I'm taking from this game.
Arsenal were good first half, but in terms of the way they lost the first goal, Manchester United, you've got to credit them the way they come back. You know, they didn't let it affect them. Didn't throw the toys in the back as such.
Whoever's playing that is exactly what I just said. But our fan base, being what they are, will just throw the entire team and the manager under the bus.
Oh, you've got to look at certain things in a game, and you still got to read and look where errors are made. You know, it's all very well saying, well, we died valiantly, but, you know, we died.
Tony, we're going to continue to get those errors, mate.
Yeah,
we're going to continue. Do you know the one thing?
That's
the one
why
thing
I picked us to finish 7th this year, so I'm not going to cry over spilt milk on this occasion, but I just want, you know, our manager to see the error of his ways.
So, guys, 91 minutes gone, 5 minutes of extra time here. Arsenal looking for an equaliser. God, if they get an equaliser now, this place is going to go crazy. Bertram, Apollo, we are not in it for moral victories. When you have the youngest team in the league that's putting a performance like this today, I'm afraid you do, Bergkamp. Let's hope that they score in the next few minutes, Bertram. The one thing I wanted to say to you guys is, if you didn't see the games last night, please go back and watch the highlights of those games in the Premier League. The one word that came out from those performances that I saw against Man City, Liverpool, was clinical. They just have a level of, when they hit you and they strike precisely. And it's that precision.
And can I say the other thing about those teams is they don't carry players like Aubameyang.
Agreed.
None of them teams have a player like that.
Yeah, we're carrying more than Aubameyang. Yeah, we're carrying more than him.
Yeah, no, but week in, week out, we're going to turn around and keep saying, well, he didn't score, so he's going to get a 5, 4.
Saka, make this a good one. Come on. Oh. Win it. Oh my God, guys. The ball, Arsenal's crossing the ball into the box, man, and it's just like end-to-end stuff right now. It is crazy. Arsenal just pushing for that equalizer. Oh my God. This is a great comment, and this is what our fan base should be about. Yeah, this is what our fan base should be about. Mark says, so proud of our players tonight. Lots of grit, always pushing forward. Played for the win to the end. Really bodes well for the future. Thank you. That's our best comment for tonight. And it's just a shame that we have those guys in the fan base that just will continuously throw the players on the bus and the manager. It is a real shame. But I think that the lads today, especially those young shoulders, I think that they can look at this and walk off the field and feel like they've done. Martinelli especially, great performance from Martinelli. Tavares didn't have a great game, but again, constantly running, constantly getting into positions, working hard. Tomiyasu, I thought, has played a decent game today.
Why are you doing that?
I thought Gabriel's been strong as well.
Jesus Christ, man.
Gary says, bottom line is, if you can't defend properly, you can't win football games, and we gave 3 United goals. Yeah, I think it's a little bit difficult. The second United goal from Cristiano Ronaldo, there's nothing we could do about that. And actually, that was the Martin Odegaard goal was exactly in the same way. It's just one-touch precision passing.
But we had the ball in midfield. We gave the ball in midfield. Partey ran forward. They cut us open. We gave the ball away.
Yeah, we did.
These are some basic things. We spoke about this in the first half when we got punished. We allowed them back into the game, and all of these games, win, lose or draw. I keep on saying it's learning experiences.
Yeah,
but we've got to work on these things in training.
Yeah, because look, if anybody woke up this morning and didn't realise that we weren't a good possessional football team, then I don't know where you've been for the last few years. So how it would be a shock to any other fan base is beyond me, to be honest.
But Apollo, you make comments sometimes that go one against the other. So we're one of the best defensive teams.
Yeah.
We're also one of the most creative teams.
Yeah.
But we're not one of the best finishing teams.
Very good management.
And we're still very young. So
yes, all correct. All correct. Yeah,
so
all correct.
Somewhere along that line, you got to strike a balance.
Yeah, and that's difficult to do. Looking for a balance, it's going to take time for that to happen, Tony.
Yeah, but what I'm not doing is saying Arteta needs to be dashed out or anything like that. But what he has to do is he has to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah? You have to learn. If the man's not hot, don't play him. Play the hot man.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I felt
players operate better in certain conditions. So yeah, I looked at El Neni today and I thought, you know what? I'm not vexed.
Yeah.
I'm not vexed about El Neni coming in today. He does a good job when he's asked to. Yeah.
By White, troubled by Saka, hurriedly on by.
You look at him and you look at Partey and you think, well, he's not having a great game.
Let's change. For you from now on in, Michael Carrick can have done no more.
Yeah, that's it. Full time, guys.
Recovers amid much relief about his bizarre injury.
So, not a real shocker from me. I wouldn't say it's to be expected, but I thought. I mean, there's nothing really I can say. I thought the game. First of all, I thought the game was very entertaining. But big players turn up in big games, and that's what Ronaldo did. The penalty was unfortunate. I thought that was a really clumsy challenge from Odegaard, and that's the way you got to look at it. If that doesn't happen, the game probably finishes 2-2.
And you know what we said last week, on Friday in the Premier League show? And I said, Man United, what would you rather have? Ronaldo, who scores you goals, or Anthony Martial? And man was saying, well, but Ronaldo, he upsets the balance of the game, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess who's won them the game today?
Yeah.
And if you had your choice, would you play Aubameyang or would you play Ronaldo? I know which one I'm picking.
Yeah, Yeah, we're all frustrated, guys. I don't think there's anybody in our fan base that would be frustrated with Aubameyang at the moment. And I don't know how we can continue to start, to be honest with you.
I can't even see how he can be captain.
Yeah, I agree. And that's not an issue, because if Lacazette plays, then Lacazette's captain. But
I mean,
Lacazette...
the God's honest truth is, somebody said it perfectly in the 101 group.
Yeah.
It's time to take the captaincy away from Aubameyang and just let him play. Don't give him the pressure of captaincy. It don't work. It's never worked.
Yeah. A lot of guys. Let me go to what the guys are saying. This was naive and sloppy. Our seniors went missing. Yes, they did, and that is a theme we all know too well from last season, where the veterans just continuously let us down. We know who the leaders in this team are, and it's the young players. Bertram says we cannot continue to play Uber. It's getting beyond ridiculous. I agree, 100%.
It's totally ridiculous.
Yeah, and now it's got to the point now where you have to try and understand why the manager's obviously picking him to try and see if he can gain confidence. It ain't working. He's not gaining confidence. He's continuously costing you.
You know, what are you doing that you've got the guy who's got the third best goal scoring record eating flies on a bench?
Yeah, 100%. Tony, can you give me your summary? I should read these comments, but I've got to do the player ratings. So
Which Tony?
You.
My summary of the game.
Yeah, just give me overall thoughts. I got to do the player ratings here. Nabil's coming in as well.
I'm impressed by the way Arsenal responded to adversity. I think there was a lot of effort. I think this game was lost by the manager because he didn't make significant changes when and where they were needed. For me, personally. Now, that's not to throw him under a bus. That's just saying he needs to learn that you're the coach, you're the manager. I don't know which of the two titles he likes to be called by, but ultimately, this is much like an American football team. Yeah? If you see that the run game is running and it's working, run the ball. But if they ain't working, throw the ball. And sometimes you have to read a game and work out what's going to be most effective. Today's game would have been far better for us with Lacazette. Because you got to look and go, I need somebody up top who can hold the ball. I need somebody who can bring Odegaard in, who can bring Emil Smith-Rowe in, who can bring Martinelli in. Yeah? Aubameyang cannot do that. The other games he might be perfect for. But ultimately, the manager makes that decision. And if things aren't going well, I mean, the thing is, we weren't never more than a goal down. Yeah? So he's relying on, hopefully, a chance comes to Aubameyang. But in a game like today, you got to look at it and go, it's another one of them games where you've tried the player, he hasn't performed, and he hasn't scored a goal. And much though we're hanging on to these 5 goals that he scored at the beginning of the season, which was in 3 games?
Yep.
Yeah? I'm sorry. We're now 13 games in, and you're still scored in 3 games. And you're meant to be captain of the team, number 1 striker. Sorry, a whole bunch of strikers in this division are scored in more games than 3. But I don't want to. I'm not totally disappointed because it's a tough place to go to. The effort was good. There were some good points. I still love Tavares. I still love that kid.
He did. I mean, he did.
Tomiyasu.
He did okay today. He did.
Tavares did okay like today. Tomiyasu. Are we going to be talking about Thomas Partey the same way that they're talking about Pepe in 6 months' time?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
That's a good question, because that's what I'm thinking. I'm
You
thinking
know,
that's what's going to
I
happen.
thought he was all that and a packet of crisp when he first came in, but right now you got to be thinking, well, hang on a second, is he a liability in our midfield? Especially when you got Ainsley Maitland-Niles, yeah, you got Sambi, who've performed it better than him in recent weeks, and you're gonna go, I'm sticking with him. So these are the things that make me say, manager made a mistake. Because I couldn't fault him if he went, you know what, today I'm playing Sambi and Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And I'm bringing Lacazette up front because I'm looking for someone to retain the ball up front and bringing my midfielders driving through from deep.
All right, guys. Let me not put my player ratings up until you guys have all had your say. Vincey, what's your thoughts on the game?
Well, I initially went for 3-3, and loads of people were shocked about that happening. But I knew this game was an opportunity for both teams to show that they can score and concede, and that's what happened. Unfortunately, it's quite frustrating. We get so close to getting a result at United, and we still fall short. But at the end of the day, Ronaldo was clinical. And our strikers weren't. Martinelli had a great chance in the first half that he fluffed on his left foot, and if he'd taken that could have been a completely different story going into the half. But I think Tony's made some great points. I've been making these points about Arteta for months now, and I know it's a young team, and we can state the obvious. But we still need to move forward. We still need to correct these things because, there's no point looking at fourth in the league midway through a game when we keep making these mistakes. This is now the DNA of the team. And we've got for them to learn quickly and for them to progress, the manager's going to have to make some bold decisions and use his squad of players. He's got to do that. Because you can't just rely on injuries to just force your hand in changing players. I was very shocked to see Saka come on. And the guys are going to learn from this. I feel sorry for them to lose 3-2. They put a lot of effort into the game. They started very well. But it's just unfortunate.
Nabil, what's your thoughts on the game?
So much to say, mate. So much to say. First and foremost, I'm still pleased. There's no criticism for me for Arteta. I think he's building something. It's an economical build. It's like you've always said in the group, Apollo. Based on what we can afford, I think it's a really good team and it's doing well. And the fact that we're challenging for fourth place now in a season where we all thought 8th or 7th was our target speaks volumes. But that being said, this game was a really good litmus test. This was the litmus test for me. It made a whole bunch of things clear to me. Yeah, there's some rawness, there's some naivety in the team, which is fine because, like I said, it's a young team and they're coming through. The biggest thing for me is the lack of creativity in the team, the lack of cutting edge in the team. I feel like if you can get down the flanks in a really ruthless way, the way Mahrez does, the way Sterling, Mane, Salah, Dembele, Asensio. There's a bunch of players who they're demons getting down the flanks. I think Saka is in that category as well. If you've got that and a number 10 who can create in the hole, you're spoiled. But you've got to have one or the other. You've got to have either somebody who can just buzz around like Bruno Fernandes. You've got to have somebody who can buzz around in the hole and open teams up, or you've got to have those guys go down the flank. And what I saw today was we had neither.
Yeah, because
neither
that's
the
what Odegaard is supposed to be. Odegaard is supposed to be your Bruno Fernandes, and he's not been playing well this season.
So what you saw, or what I saw too much of, was just sideways. The ball was just, I mean, we played well. We stroked it about well. But there came that point when we're approaching the final third, and yet I feel, I mean, there's no way Aubameyang or Lacazette can start for Arsenal next term. No way at all. They're washed. There's no way at all. We'd be in a serious problem if we're relying on them to start next term. And I'm not even getting to them just yet. But before we even get to the strikers, there was just no through ball, no forward ball in that final third area. And if you haven't got that, then your strikers are going to starve. Which brings me to Thomas Partey. Like, he was playing terrible with first half. I saw him just give away the ball with such a lack of confidence. I mean, I've heard people in the group on 101 really lay into him. And I have, for the most part, defended him. But this was that game where everything that they were saying about him in the group was just glaring in my face. And I was like, I can't even argue with it. And in the second half and in the second part of the second half, all I really wanted from him was to play that ball forward. When El Neni is switching it to Tavares and they're switching it back to Partey, and Partey's in that centre, Partey's occupying that whole position in the final third. There was times when Odegaard, there was times when Lacazette, there was times when Aubameyang, you can just see the pass, just knock the ball straight and they will run onto it. There's a channel there, right there for you. And he just knocks it sideways. And I'm like, well, what the hell are you doing here? Like, you've just got to take that chance and play that ball forward. Let the boys latch onto it. Sometimes you got to play the pass for them to make the run. Sometimes it's the other way around. Either way, he just wasn't doing it. But
Terry, it's funny enough, Nabil. It's funny enough. Thierry Henry actually disagrees with us all. He reckons that Arteta should never have taken off Aubameyang.
Yeah, so basically, getting to the strikers now, I'm like, I agree, the boys have said it. I can't, they're right. We're watching game in, game out, season in, season out. Tony said it, Vincey said it. I was going to call you Terry. Yeah, Vincey said it, so I'm getting old. We've all said it. Like, especially in a game like this, you just want more from your strikers. I mean, even when Eddie Nketiah came on, he just looked more hungry, he was more making those runs, he was more buzzy, he was more looking like somebody that I would pick up on, or I would play that ball on. You would find him. If you're buzzing around like that, if you're looking at it like that, someone's going to pick you out. And that's how Eddie Nketiah looked. And look, I mean, I was going to come on here and I was going to say, do you know what? In this game, I am missing a David Luiz. In this game, I'm missing that David Luiz through ball. Take it a little way out of the back. It's funny you say that, but Ben White played 3 balls through that just completely. This is what I was going to say, Apollo. I was going to come on the group and say I'm missing David Luiz, and like the moment I picked up my phone, Ben White stepped up, played that ball, that quarterback ball from the back for Aubameyang to latch onto, and that was your litmus test. When he whacked it straight down the throat of David De Gea, I said, okay, well that's it. We've got to get someone new for the. But like I said, for me personally, the bottom line is this: Manchester United, Tottenham, whatever. We've done Tottenham, but fair enough. Man United, no matter what kind of slump they're in, when they face us, they are going to turn it up. Yeah. They're going to turn it up, and you're just going to see a different form completely goes out the window, and that's what we saw today. Like you said, they finished second last year. We finished 8th. I think we're still moving in the right direction, but this 4th place battle is going to be hotter than I expected. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, United are moving backwards. We're moving forwards, and that's still the case now. The only difference is they've got 400 million worth of players that that's just Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tenure. That's not the players they've had before that. Yeah, we boast that we've spent 150 million in transfer market. Well, Ollie's spent nearly 3 times more than Arteta. So the bottom line is, for me, this for me is, when you consider that I thought this team was going to finish 8th and I'm seeing performances like this, it makes me feel good about the future. And what frustrates me is when I hear our fan base just keep shooting off and throwing this team under the bus. That really, really frustrates me, and I don't get it. Because
I'll tell you what, Apollo. I'll tell you what it is. Sorry to cut you, but I'll tell you what it is. It's just hurt. It is painful, because don't get me wrong, you know, the last 10 minutes of this game, the last 5-10 minutes of this game, I was in pain. It hurts. Come on, it's Man United. It's painful. It's absolutely, it's horrible. You're like, it's, you know how it is. We're football supporters. It's heartbreaking.
It is, but I've talked about this for many years now, Bill, and for years, everybody knows me on the forum. Everybody knows all of my sayings, and they know that I've said to them, you don't know pain until you have had a team that you've embedded yourselves in. I speak to QPR fans every week that talk to me what it's like to go down to Loftus Road, from being where they are in the first division. I've been a Redskins fan since 1981. I know what pain is like, I know what it's like to have completely... And Tony's laughing, and so is Vincent. You know why? Because as Dolphin fans, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so but at least you've seen them win a championship. If you know win a championship, you forget your other team, Utah Jazz. You ain't never seen them win nothing.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is, when you know that teams can go through transition. Now, this is very important. When teams are going through transition, there is a period of where they're just trying to figure it out. But our fans tend to think, our fans are like, they're looking at the Wenger giving them trophies and titles every year and think we're still that team. We are not that team. A year ago, when I said how bad the team was, everybody was like, no, that's not true. Yes, it was true. We were bad.
You can't argue anymore. I tell you what, if you remember on the group, I always said if we spend between 100 million and 200 million in the transfer window, you know, you can't complain. And we ain't got no real resale value on any players. We ain't got no money coming from player sales anyway. So if we spend 100 million to 200 million in the transfer window, you can't complain. And then you've got to look forward to maybe this winter, maybe next summer. It's a building job, and you've got to be a little bit patient with it. And I think it's going pretty well, but there's been some disappointments. Like I said, Mr. Party was a bit disappointing today. The strike. I don't think Odegaard's the man. I mean, I like him.
I don't.
He's a nice. I like him. I like him.
He's a nice. It's early days.
You can't say it's early days, Apollo. He's played.
Hold on. The point I'm making is like. Did you know what it is, Tony?
I'll tell you what it is. Tony. Sorry.
Hold on, Apollo.
Early days.
You can say you.
Sorry,
Sorry, Nabil. Let me just say you're wrong.
No,
about
Tony.
Early days. When you played a season and a half at Arsenal, you can't keep going on with early days.
Agreed.
No, you're all sorry. You're all. Do you want me to get the numbers up? Shall we do that again?
No. I've
already done this with you guys before. I don't mind.
Hold on, Apollo. Let me just get my point across real quick, real quick. For me, it's not a matter of early days. It's not a matter of any of that. For me, this is United. It's like a little bit of a fight. It's like a little bit of a boxing match, yeah? This guy weighs 12.5 stone or 13 stone, and so do you. Stop making excuses. You either give him a good fight or not. And that's what it is. When I watch my boys against a team like Man United, this is where I know what kind of level they're on. When I see Odegaard against this type of opposition, I want you to stand out a little bit. You got to shine a little bit. You know, like Tavares did. Like most of the players did tonight. This is our level. This is our level. This is our competitor for fourth place.
100%.
If you can't stand up here, you ain't gonna make it. If you can't hold it here, no, then you ain't ready. You're not the level.
100%.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, and that's how it is. When we lose 4-0 or lose to Chelsea or get wiped out by City, that's not our competition. Those 3 places are locked. The way Man United is playing now, everybody thinks that they have a chance for 4th. So you're 100% right. Man United is our competition. The difference between us and them is, as I said, they've got one of the best world-class strikers in the world. We've got Aubameyang, who is failing, and he's been failing for a while now. Yeah, they've got Bruno Fernandes, one of the best creative attacking scoring midfielders in the world. 18 goals and 12 assists last season, which, by the way, wipes out every single player in our team last season. Yeah, but at the bottom line is we need to. When the Liverpool game came up, we looked at each other and we said we need to know where this team is because we need to gauge the team. They've only had a few games together, so we need to gauge them. They got wiped out. Fair enough, but today was a better indication of where this team actually is because this United is for the taking. And if it wasn't for that penalty, it would have been a draw. If this game was at the Emirates, I think we would have beaten them.
So that's just my opinion. Something to you. You draw out figures for people, and you seem to. I know you're going to say you didn't forget it, but you come out and said, "Oh, but Bruno Fernandes scored 18 goals." Da 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 da. Great, he had a fantastic season. We have a player in our team who scored a lot of goals, 10 goals last season, who ain't even seen the pitch side.
Who's that?
A certain Nicolas Pepe, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I know about that, yeah.
And Bertram and I are of the same belief that he's far more dangerous.
I agree.
Than Bukayo Saka ever will be.
Yeah.
So you know what would be funny? Everybody's asking for Nicolas Pepe to go out the door next summer. And what we're going to get? 50 million? 40 million? We'd be better off selling Saka for 100 million and keeping Pepe. Because we've got more goals out of Pepe.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Why he's not playing is beyond me. We've been having this conversation before with Martinelli, and thankfully Martinelli is actually in the team today now, but we still have got problems. Odegaard is somebody we're carrying. He's not pulling his weight. Aubameyang's not pulling his weight. Partey's not pulling his weight. That's a third of the team already you're talking about. And then you might get Xhaka back. So that's another player that might come back into the mix. And then you're back to square one again. So it's frustrating.
I'll tell you what, as much as we can blast Xhaka, I think we'd have done a better job than Partey today because at least he'd pass it forward.
Well, I can't agree with that because I think Sambi, you get more out of him. I think you get more out of Maitland-Niles as well. But what's happened to Maitland-Niles?
Why didn't Sambi play?
Well, this is what I was going to come to. We were all talking about Sambi should have started, but I've just picked up a few texts here and saying that he's been tired in training the last few days.
I don't think he'd get dropped. I think not after the last performance. He was like man of the match last game. I'm sure he must have some injury or some niggle or something.
I think I'm going to go into player ratings now, but I think sometimes there are intangibles that we don't know about, and that's what happens in training on a day-to-day basis. Whether a player's got a knock, whether a player's leggy and the manager feels he needs to be rested, all those type of things. That's definitely been the case with Sambi, why he didn't start today. So again, it's difficult to take that into account because we don't have all the information. But nonetheless, before I go into player ratings, let me get let African Guna's thoughts on the game overall, and then we can go into ratings.
Yeah, I think we started off really well. I think, quite disappointing to lose in that fashion. But I think, as you said, a completely different game than Liverpool. Feel disheartened. I don't think we deserve to lose that game. I definitely think we could have won that game. There were a lot of chances that if we were more clinical, we could have, scored in certain situations before United got back into the game. It was really disappointing with Aubameyang. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this guy. But, we don't have the time to ponder about it and question it and stuff. We just need to get him out of the team and progress and create more and have someone that's going to put the ball in the back of the net. I mean, we got quite lucky. Great goal by Smith Rowe. I mean, that shot was a tough shot regardless of the fact that the goal was empty, right? And I'm glad. I mean, he was quite smart in what he did there. So I appreciated that goal. Definitely was a goal, by the way, 100%. I mean, Fred fouled his keeper, so we shouldn't be penalized for that.
Yeah.
And then the second goal was, I mean, Martinelli, right? Again, showing impact and having an assist. And it was a good goal by Odegaard, to be honest. I think if Aubameyang touched it, it might have been offside, and that would have been really disappointing again. But yeah, and then we gave away goals, right? I mean, we just lacked defensive stability at times. I think we just lost focus and we made some silly mistakes. And yeah, Ronaldo punished as usual, right? It's always the case. He hasn't been scoring for a while.
Odegaard thinking?
And tonight he scores 2 goals again.
What was Odegaard thinking? What was he thinking for that challenge, Odegaard? Honestly.
Yeah, terrible challenge.
So guys, So, guys,
Yeah.
do you want me to go first and break down the ratings, and then you can go around the clock?
Yeah, no stress.
Okay.
It's quite late for me, so I'd like to go second if possible.
Okay, no problem. So, guys, Aaron Ramsdale, I'm going to give him a 6.5, and the reason for that is I thought he was pretty stout. Communication was good as well. He opted to go long a lot of times in the distribution because of the pressure that was coming on. His kicking wasn't his best, but I think there were some saves that he had, which was quite comfortable for someone like him. I noticed on 3 occasions that when United was shooting, their players were rushing into the rebound in case he bobbled one. And that's something we don't do enough of. And I hope that when Arteta gets this team back in the training ground, he'll show them what United do. When Ronaldo or somebody shoots, they have a player that runs straight up to the goalkeeper just in case they cough one up. And how many times have we done that where we've had a shot, the goalie bobbles it, and there's no Arsenal player for the rebound? And that just goes to show you what teams on another level are doing that we're not. But he held those today, where he bobbled a couple against Newcastle, but he held on to everything today. I'm going to give him a 6.5. Tomiyasu, I'm going to give a 7. He's actually my joint man of the match with Martinelli. He kept Jadon quiet. Jadon Sancho was literally out of the game for over 78 minutes, and that was due to Tomiyasu. He stepped up to the plate, and nothing more can be said about this guy. Not only that, but he was offering support as well to Martinelli, and they haven't really played together. And I think that Tomiyasu actually had a penalty because he was dragged down by his right arm in the box by Fred, and they never gave it. It was Harry Maguire, and they never gave it. He had a brilliant game today. I thought he was fantastic. He continues to never let me down, this guy. Every single week he seems to be bringing it. Ben White, I thought there was 1 or 2 sloppy passes in the first half, but I thought his overall game, he made an outstanding tackle in the box to clean up a one-on-one through ball to Ronaldo, and the way he came out of the backfield 3 times, lost it once, but on the 2 times he breaks midfields. That's what he does. He played 3 balls over that annihilated United's press. Just he looks up, bang, just annihilates the press, and United were pressing hard at that point. This guy, I was concerned. I keep saying to you guys, I was really concerned about losing David Luiz. But this is what 50 million looks like. And he's only 23 years old. He's got a really good performance, but just clever in the way he clears balls. Doesn't seem to make silly, rash decisions at times. And he came within a whisker of scoring. Remember the corner kick? And he headed it on, and it was clear that it was Rashford that cleared it. Yeah, the hair.
Save,
So, again, he could have got on the score sheet. Good, so solid performance by him. Gabriel, 6.5. I thought he covered his space as well and had some good clearances. But I think him and Partey failed to come across and cover Ronaldo when Ronaldo scored his goal. So I'm just going to give him a 6.5. And Tavares, I thought he came out to play. He just didn't lacked the sharpness that he had over the last few games. But he was heady and still full of running and still hitting those crosses over. And some of the crosses, twice in the last 10 minutes, he hit crosses over onto an unmarked Saka. And Saka just didn't do enough with the ball. But the fact is, Tavares pinpointed him. And that's all a part of a player trying to do something with the ball and create something and not being wasteful with the ball. Remember in Newcastle, 4 shots wasted over the bar. You didn't see that today. So, little bit of incremental learning from Tavares there. So I'm going to give him a 6.5. El Nene, guys, for me, I'm going to give him a solid 7. I thought that he was solid today. He was tidy. His passing wasn't erratic. I thought he looked after the ball. He was tidy in the midfield. And his header for the assist for Smith Rowe was so neatly done that, listen, I loved it. It was a very energetic performance from him today. And it kind of makes you laugh because his dad was being asked yesterday whether He's going to stay at Arsenal, but he wants to play. I think he's a good heady player. Never, ever really had the chance to start on a consistent basis at Arsenal, and that's what he needs to do. But a solid performance. Solid performance today from El Nene.
Disagree.
You didn't think it was a solid performance? That's fine.
No, yeah. We'll go through and I go through mine.
But as I said, he harassed down United's midfield, and I think it was a good performance. But let's be honest. Moving on to Thomas Partey, he gets a 4. I don't know what's going on with Partey. Just dreadful. And it's just, he got a 4 in the last game against Newcastle. And before that, he got a 3. So in his last 3 games coming back from injury, he's got a 3, a 4, and a 4. Not good enough. I mean, Ronaldo, which, by the way, hasn't got a lot of legs these days. Yeah? Ronaldo ain't going to exactly run away from you these days. And time again, he just left Partey in the dust. He just completely unmarked. And that was Partey's job. He did get involved with the equaliser, though, but he's just not at the races. I'm not even going to try to cover him up. Smith Rowe again, I gave him a 5. I thought he was trying to create stuff, but he didn't really look like he had his legs underneath him tonight. He looked tired, and that's why he was taken off. I'm not sure whether he probably should have been starting in a game like today. He just didn't have the energy to give us a display, which Martinelli did. You know, Martinelli did what Smith Rowe should have been doing today. And I was a little disappointed. But he, again, another player that probably shouldn't have. We've got a squad. We've got players that we can play. We've got Pepe. Pepe hasn't started since we lost to Man City. That's how long. So if you've got guys full of legs, full of running like that, and you've got a guy like Smith Rowe who's exhausted, I don't understand it. But anyway, we move on to Aubameyang. Aubameyang, for me, gets a 4. I thought in the first 20, 25 minutes, I thought he was really heady, ran down everything, closed the defence down, and I thought he put in a really good performance. And then it just went downhill after that. A centre-forward's job is to score goals, and he had a couple of opportunities here. He had 2 clear shots, hit them both directly at the goalkeeper. For a player of his quality, I mentioned last night, when you look at a Salah, when you look at those players, the balls don't go straight at the goalkeeper. They go into the bottom, top left, top right corner where the goalkeeper doesn't have a chance. And you're just not seeing that from him. You're just seeing him just wildly hit the ball, and there's just no positioning in these shots whatsoever. Today, he had another chance where the ball came through on the through ball, hit it directly into De Gea's hand. Another one where the ball comes through from Tomiyasu, and he just doesn't do anything with it. This guy is devoid of all confidence. I'm done. Odegaard really looking to fire this guy up. Some of his play in the final third was really neat, but it's just not happening for him. And look, I've got to say for Odegaard, I look back at his last 2 performances. He had 5. Yeah, he's having average games. So he's not playing badly. And I want to sort of make that clear that I'm not trashing him in any way or form. But for a guy who was your top summer target, and you're talking about, I think Nabil was mentioning it, African Guna was mentioning it, when you're talking about a Bruno Fernandes, a Fabregas, when you're talking about a Riziki, you're talking about an Ozil, you're talking about a creative player. I don't see that from him at the moment. I really don't. To me, I'm just not seeing that. I'm really not. And that's what he's brought in a team for. He's there to give you a spark where everything's got to go through him. And I think that the creativity at some part, he's got to take the blame for it, because it's just not happening. He is finding pockets of space, but it's just not giving anything away. And then the ridiculousness of giving United the penalty, I should have docked him a point for that. I probably should have given him a 4. But the reason why I didn't is because he scored a wonderful goal, running into the box late, putting it in the bottom left-hand corner, not giving De Gea a chance to get on it. So it is a kind of a balance. You can see in my 5 grade, a little bit of a balanced review there. Had he not given a penalty away, he probably would have got a 6.5 or 7, because otherwise it would have been a solid performance. But you just can't do that against United. Martinelli, who's my joint man of the match, boy, he was bursting with energy, man. This guy was just so and not just that, but I talk about Saka not doing enough with the ball when he gets it. I talk about Saka being indecisive and not knowing what to do, where to go, whether to take players on. Martinelli is the full package. Martinelli is going to give you everything. He takes players on. He puts balls into the box. He had a wonderful assist today for the Odegaard ball. He could have put that into the box to anywhere. He looked up. He saw Odegaard making a run in, and he puts the ball right on a dime, perfectly weighted. If you drop this guy after this performance, I don't know why. I don't know why you would do that. He's just got everything. Brilliant, wonderful, lovely performance today, and long may it continue. Arteta, I think I give Arteta a 5 today because I thought in terms of preparation, the team came out and played really well. They came out and they gave United as good as they got. In fact, Arsenal dominated the game for half an hour. They really did. But it was unfortunate that Odegaard gave away a penalty. Otherwise, we'd be sitting here talking about a 2-2 draw, and Arteta's grade would have probably been a 7. But it is what it is, isn't it? But I just think when you're playing, when you're carrying a party, you're carrying an Odegaard, you're carrying an Aubameyang, that's on the manager because you've got options. You could have gone in different directions.
Let me ask you a quick question. Is it too late to say that maybe we've made a mistake with Odegaard? Maybe or someone else?
It's way too early. Yeah, it's way too early to say that. Yeah, because as I said before, Tony even said he's been here for a season and a half. Well, last season he was fantastic. So when Tony said that, I would have to challenge Tony because what Tony was saying is he wasn't very good, and that's complete opposite of that.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
it's not the truth. It's not the truth. Yeah, and look, I told you, Tony. All right, you know what? Why don't we fire it up? Yeah. Why? Right. Let's do that. Let's fire it up, Tony. Let's fire it up. Yeah. Let's do that. So Odegaard, when we were sitting 14th in the table, and Mikel Arteta needed creativity, he did 2 things. He started playing Smith Rowe, and he took this player on loan called Martin Odegaard. Everything changed when he made that decision. Arsenal had the second best record points in the Premier League when he brought those 2 players in. Here's Martin Odegaard. This is what he did for us when he played in the latter half of last season. He was 4th in the team in assists. He was 1st in expected assists. Chances created, he was 1st in the team. Created the most chances than anybody else. He had the best final third passing completed. This is passes completed in the final third. He was best in the team. And in terms of in terms of his pressing, he won possessional back in the team, 2nd in the team in winning possession back. So when and I've showed you these stats before, which is why I'm shocked that you would come to the table and say this guy done nothing. This isn't the first time I've put these stats up.
Yeah, but this is a comparison between other Arsenal players, right? So I mean, like I would expect
about. That's what we're talking about. Bro, what are we talking about here?
You can bring up your stats.
Good point. That's a good point.
What are we talking about? Aren't we talking about Arsenal?
This is the stats for the whole league, right? And he's like ranking in the top 5 out of all midfielders for these stats, right? This is within the Arsenal team, which is shit, and no one scores in midfield.
What am I listening to? Hold on, African Gooner. He only came in February.
No, I know. I'm not gunning for him. I'm just stating the facts, right? I'm not disagreeing with you.
It doesn't count. Park it. Get rid of it. It doesn't. It doesn't. What we're doing here.
You're trying to compare
Guy, Tony, give it up, mate. Give it up, Tony. Give it up.
You're trying to compare a goldfish with a killer shark. Yeah,
who's the killer shark?
And this
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne doesn't play for Arsenal.
Hey, yeah, but that's what we're saying. Why? These stats mean nothing because they're Arsenal stats.
All right, guys, let's not get into silly land here because if De Bruyne was playing for Arsenal, he'd have exactly the same stats as these.
No, he'd have better stats than these.
Hold on. How can he have better than first and second?
No,
How
but that's
can you
what
have better?
this is
how can you-
first and second within the Arsenal team. No shit.
But
Like
that's what we're talking about. You just said if De Bruyne was playing for Arsenal, he'd have better stats than these. How can you have better than first?
Oh, Apollo,
he was first in our
right.
team in 3 categories and second.
Apollo, 2 of us are telling you you've got this wrong. 2 of
What
us.
are you? Oh my God, I'm done. Let's get rid of this.
No, I tell you what. I tell you what.
You guys have gone to silly land.
Apollo. It's not even 2 against 1 anymore. I think it's 3 against 1. For me personally, no. I like Odegaard. I like him. But do you know what I'm beginning to feel? I'm beginning to feel he's just a bit too ordinary.
That's because he's not playing well this season. But last season,
no. Hold up. I'm taking everything into account. Everything. And this is what I mean. When you start looking at 4th place, it's a different type of bar.
Yeah. Hang on.
It's a different type of bar. You can't get away with. It's like when you're doing it against Norwich. When you're doing it against Norwich. When you're doing it against all these other soft teams, and you're a flat track bully, and it looks good. It don't work when you come into teams like Man United. When you're in a top 4 thing. This is where you got to stand up and be counted. And when I see Odegaard, I just think he's just not there. He's just not that level.
Okay, guys, sorry, can I interrupt? I've got Bertram on the line. Bertram, talk the talk for them, man.
So let me say this. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
No,
Bertram.
no, we can't.
Can you hear me?
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I'm trying. No, really. Go on. I'm trying.
Narrative. Showing stats that manipulate the discussion and manipulate the argument and not being realistic. We scored 50 goals last season, Apollo. Just over 50 goals. Who cares about who provides assists? Nobody's providing much assists.
He just said, who cares about providing assists? You guys have gone to silly land. Sorry, I can't go there, man. I can't do that. Sorry, Bertram. I don't know what you lot are supporting. Let's leave it at that. Yeah?
You're comparing Arsenal players to Arsenal players, which makes no sense. Because we don't provide assists. You're comparing. What's the comparison, Apollo? I'm confused, frustrated.
All right, okay. All right, so hold on. So this is a message to all of you guys. We are talking about Arsenal Football Club. We are talking about which is the best player to play for Arsenal Football Club. So when you lot start talking about why are we talking about Arsenal? We're talking about Arsenal because Arsenal is the discussion. The discussion is not Man United.
I think what they're saying,
the discussion is not Liverpool. It's not Manchester City. This is Arsenal we're talking about. And this is a player who's coming to Arsenal when, by the way, this is a player who's coming to Arsenal when we have had the worst. We were 18th before he came into the league. We were 18th in creativity. We were 19th in shots. And he's come into the team and done that, and you're trashing it. That is disgraceful.
Apollo.
That is a disgrace.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Let Bertram speak. Because you know he's coming from New York, so you got to give him a little bit of presence here.
And I got to go back to work too. So let me say this, Apollo. I am confused in your argument. And sometimes you're so locked in, you're not listening. You don't listen.
I'm listening, bro.
You're locked into your position. You're locked into your argument. There is no ambiguity in your mind. What you say is gospel. We are all saying Odegaard is a nice player, Apollo. We don't hate his game. We just need more. We're not getting enough out of him. That's why we got rid of him. And he's been there since he's been 15, 16 years old. They've had enough time to review him, see him go on loan, look at him, even though he scored well when he went on loan. This is not La Liga. This is the Premier League. It's a tougher league.
Right.
You have to have a lot more attributes than what we had in La Liga. And he has produced. And he's right. Today again. He's nice.
Yes, I know. Listen.
He cost us a flipping game, bro.
Yeah, all right. So listen, listen. Let's be careful because we're having two different.
No, hold up, Apollo. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. You have to just. Hold on. No, I'm not even cutting. Hold on, Tony. I'm not even cutting Bertram. I'm just saying, Apollo. You can't argue with that.
But
hold on, Bertram. I'm not cutting you, Bertram. Bertram, I'm not cutting you. I'm just saying, Apollo. What he said there, you can't argue with that.
But hold on, Nabil. That's what I've been saying. I said we need more out of him. I've just done the player ratings, and you heard me say, all of you heard me say, he's had a 4, a 5, and a 5. And I said, we need more. He just hasn't sparked it out. He is not switched on. So Bertram is just saying what I've been saying for the last hour.
It's not.
No, we're talking about something completely different.
Hold on. The difference is we're having two different discussions here because Tony brought up the fact that he weren't doing nothing last year. So what he was doing last year and what he's done this year is two different discussions. So Nabil, I'm not disagreeing with the fact that he's not fired up this year, but we are having two different discussions, guys. Odegaard was fantastic last season. This season, he's not switched it on.
Pull up his actual stats: goals scored, assists provided last season and this season. Don't give me comparison to Arsenal players. Okay, comparing mediocrity to mediocrity. Show me his actual stats where he has multiple double-digit assists, double-digit goals, and we'll all laud you and praise you and say, yeah.
No, because you're talking silly now. No, because you're moving the goal. No, you're moving the goalpost now. Just because I've showed you factual stats, you're coming to me with something like that. That's not factual, Bertram. Sorry. That's not factual.
Okay,
I've come to you.
Yo. Let African Guna do his player rating, man. Come on.
Go.
I got work tomorrow. Cool. So I would say Ramsdale 7. I think maybe he could have done better on the first goal. He got a little bit of his hand to it, but maybe could have done a bit better. Second goal couldn't do anything. I mean, that's a legendary finish right in the corner. Absolutely no way he had any chance on the second goal. Penalty, I feel maybe he could have done better since it was down the middle. But again, he went with power. And I put myself in his shoes and I'm thinking if Ronaldo was taking a penalty against me, like how nervous would I be? So I forgive him on that one. In terms of Tomiyasu, I totally agree. Tied for man of the match, give the 7.5. He had an incredible interception when they were 2-on-1 at the end, and then he made the block on Bruno Fernandes, and he sprinted all the way back. Super consistent. I mean, I really, really like him, and I think he's going to be the main right back for the next 3-4 years for sure. In terms of Ben White, I agree with Apollo. I'd also give a 7. I think that he had some really good long balls over the top, one of which Oba should have definitely passed to Tavares for an open net, and I think that was quite selfish. But anyways, quite happy with Ben White. I think Gabriel as well. I'm going to give Gabriel a 7. I think he was super solid. Had quite a battle with a lot of their forward players. So he's super solid. He's really, really good. I'm really happy with him. Tavares, I'm going to give a 6.5. I think his crossing was really, really good, right? As Tony was mentioning, like he got the last man twice in a row, and we scuffed both chances, right? I think Saka could have taken a better touch, one that led to him taking that shot. Like maybe he could have gone first time, but I think, if he took a first touch with his right foot, opened up his left foot and went for the corner, could have scored that. So great play by Tavares. El Neni, I'm sorry, Apollo, he's dog shit, man. I'm so pissed. He was the weakest man in our team today, man. He couldn't control the ball. He was making bad passes.
Oh my God, you just said he was weaker than Partey.
No, wow. I believe so. I'll give you my rating.
Hold on. Let him do his rating.
Yeah, it's my opinion, right? I think Partey was also really bad, but he brought more to the team, in my opinion. He had some driving runs where he was opening space. He was trying something, and then he was just going backwards. He was too slow. He was losing the ball, like some of his passes and his touches. We weren't able to retain the ball, guys. I'm only saying this because when Lokonga's playing, that shit doesn't happen, man. Lokonga holds the ball. He doesn't lose the ball like El Neni was today, man. He's consistent, and that's how I feel. I think Lokonga should have played today, honestly.
Go on, let him go.
Yeah, sorry, I just didn't see him lose the ball, and I did see him being tidy, and I also saw him give an assist for the Smith Rowe goal as well. So you might have missed that.
I mean, for me,
you're not good enough giving an assist for the Smith Rowe goal. Okay, go on.
No, that was good.
How much did you give him? African Guna, how much did you give him anyway, El Neni?
Yeah, I'm giving him a 4.5. Like, I think he was the worst player for me.
Let him get into his ratings, man.
He's doing his ratings. I'm surprised, Nabil. I'm surprised.
Smith Rowe, I'm going to give a 6. I think.
How much did you give? Come on, slow down. How much did you give Partey? Because Apollo.
Did I miss Partey? I give Partey a 5. I give him a 5. He was bad today. I mean, the only reason I give him a 5 is because he seemed like there was like spurts in him where he was just like beating players and he was just breaking lines. And I didn't see that from El Neni, right? So I appreciate him like trying to push the team forward and trying to create something. Yes, sometimes he made really bad passes, and then he was disappointed in himself. He knows that he's better than that. So, and we know he's not up to form, right? So, if anything, I wanted Lukonga to come in the second half. The way I saw it is, I mean, as soon as they scored that first goal, I knew it was coming. I felt it was coming. I was like, please don't. It's almost the end of the first half. They scored it, and then I was like, fuck, we need to make a change at halftime. I wanted to see Lukonga come in straight at halftime for El Neni. But anyways, yeah, so that's what I would give Partey. Smith Rowe, I give a 6. I think really great goal. As I said, like that's a tough finish regardless of whatever. Like even if you're playing on the playground and someone gives you that pass and you try to finish, it's a tough one. So kudos to him for scoring the goal. Aubameyang, I'm also going to give a 4. I think, yeah, he was really, really bad today. I mean, can't hold the ball, being really selfish, making bad decisions because he's like hungry to score. It's been a while. And he's just like looking for that goal, right? So he's making bad decisions, I think, because of that. He was running a lot today in terms of his press. I think today was the most pressing I've seen him do, even though he's been pressing better in the last few games. So I'll give him that. But I mean, doesn't contribute anything to the team at all, right? So unfortunately, as much as he's contributed to us over the last few years, we need a new striker. Like, if he left, I'm not going to cry about it. Honestly, I'm pretty much done with it. I've accepted that, like, he's just
I
reached
think
that
we all
point
are.
and,
Yeah.
that's it, and I wish him the best. And I'll always remember what he's done for us because he brought us a lot of joy and a lot of goals when we were really struggling and had a really shitty team. And him and Saka were our savior. So that's my feelings on that. Odegaard, I'm going to give a 4.5. Definitely gets knocked down a 0.5 points for me because he gave away the game, right? He cost the team the points. He cost, the club the points, right? It was a really dumb tackle. I agree with everyone 100%. I think we need to give him a bit more time. But from the beginning, I never wanted him because he came here last season. He wasn't good enough. He didn't give me that, like, butterflies for me to be like, okay, this kid is really something great. Like, yeah, he's above average, of course. And, he can give good passes and stuff. But as I said, Apollo, he gives me that Ozil vibe. When he wants to show up, he'll show up and have a good game. It depends on the mood, depends on the player, the team, the way the team is performing and things like that. And we want players that are going to perform regardless, right? That's why we love Tierney. That's why we're loving Tomiyasu, is because of that characteristic, right? And I don't think he has that. I also think physically very weak, right? He gets pushed off the ball. I don't think this league suits him, and I think it was a bad profiling from our part. But I'm giving him more time, Apollo. I think he deserves a bit more time, and hopefully he does show to be good. Martinelli, gonna give an 8. Man of the match, like Tomiyasu and Martinelli, man of the match. Absolutely incredible. I mean, the way he was driving and beating players, and he set that chance up for Aubameyang. I mean, Aubameyang could have set it up for him back or had a better shot, right? And I want to say about that chance that he had, right, when Odegaard put him through. It was on his weaker foot. Yes, 100%. I agree. He needs to do better. But let's remember, this kid only played last game, right? He hasn't been consistent. He's lost the game, and it was on his weaker foot. So hopefully in the future, that'll be something that he finishes quite easily. But I think he was the best player going forward. I mean, he nutmegged Sancho today. So, I saved that highlight reel, and I'm going to be watching that over and over for a while. But yeah, in terms of Arteta, I give a 5. I think the substitutions were really poor. I think Saka should have come on a bit earlier. Laka didn't do too much, to be honest, when he came on. He also lost the ball, and he didn't bring any energy or any fight for me, which I expected more. But anyways, yeah.
It kind of happened against Newcastle as well when Lacazette came on. He had a chance which was set up again by Odegaard, and then he went wide left in the inside netting. So he hasn't really done well off the bench, which is kind of not what you remember when Lacazette came off the bench against Spurs, and it was just mad, and he just threw his fists up in the air, and everyone just went wild in the stadium. I haven't seen the same player.
I think it's demotivation, right, from being dropped.
Can I quickly give my player ratings, because I've got to go as well?
Yeah.
Go for it. I'm going to head out. Good night, guys.
All right, have a good one, man.
Cheers.
Good night, mate. Good
night.
Right,
nice, man.
Yeah, I'm going to be quick because I don't really need to give much of a running commentary. I think I agree with Apollo. I think Ramsdale. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. I don't think I should mark him down for knocking it long, because if he'd done what Leno would have done and taken the risk and cost us goals, we'd have lynched him. But I don't think his distribution was great today. But apart from that, I'll stick with a 6.5. Still 3 goals. Tomiyasu, I'm in agreement with that. 7.5 as well. Yeah, he's the boy. He's the real deal. Ben White for me 7 as well. I agree with that. I think Gabriel should still get a 7. I don't see any difference between him and Ben today. He's not much of a distributor, but from a defensive position, he was very good. Tavares as well. I'd give him a 7 as well. You know, I think all the defenders get 7, except for Tomiyasu, who gets a 7.5. It was a bit above them. El Neni, oh yeah, well, I'm going to give El Neni a 7 as well, because I thought, you know, he didn't give away the ball a lot. He didn't pose that much of an attacking threat, but he wasn't a liability. He wasn't, you know, he was there in the box, clearing the ball, heading it out. You know, he was helping out defensively. He was knitting together passes. He was keeping the flow going. You know, he was playing a central midfield role, and it was just, yeah, a decent, you know, just above average performance. It was good. Partey was a mixed one, because the way he started off, he was like 4. He started off like 4 out of 10. I could see him giving away the ball like needlessly. You know, I'm seeing him in a position to pass the ball forward, and he passed it sideways. He looks horrible. He was looking like a 4 out of 10. And then second half started, and he started to do well again. He actually started to do well. You know, the goal that Odegaard scored came from the pass that Partey sent through. So it was I know it was Martinelli's assist, but it was the ball from Partey. It was a nice ball from Partey. You know, he was looking good. And then again, towards the end of the game, when we needed that impetus, he's just not a big personality like that. He's just not, I don't know what it is. He's just not got that big personality, that big character, where it's a big game like this. Can you take a long shot? Can you play a threaded ball through? Can you make a drive-in run? Can you drive your team forward? And I didn't see it from him. But that being said, I don't think it's a 4. I'm going to give him a 5. Emil Smith-Rowe is a 5 as well. He got a goal, but he went missing again. I agree with you. I think he was knackered. Now, Aubameyang, yeah, he's going to get the 4 for me, because for me, you're going to get 3 chances in that game. You're going to get a chance to hit the target 3 times, and I'm expecting a goal from one of them. If you're at this level, you're going to get 3 chances. And he had those 3 chances, and they were just not good enough. I think he had maybe 4. One of them was offside, but they were just not good enough. You've got to have that fire in your belly and know that your chances are going to be slim. But when the first shot was so tame, it was like, what the hell? You know, what's his name? De Gea gobbled it up. And then again, you saw that ball from Ben White, and he's run on it. You know, you've got to do something. If you're going to crack it first time, it's got to be a blistering shot. It's got to be cute. Or you got to switch that over to your left and then switch it back to your right and ping it. You've got to do something. You've got to make your own chances. The ball, he's done what he's supposed to do. He's played that ball over the top for you to run on. You've got to do something. And then again, when Martinelli played him that pass, he just done the same old Aubameyang, what he's going to do. Little knockout of his feet for the right hand curling type shot. It's like I knew what he was going to do before he done it. And for me, yeah, it's just really not good enough. For me, yeah, 4 out of 10. Odegaard, he scored. But that's about it. He cost us a goal. He cost us the game at 2-2.
Yeah.
A penalty that I just can't explain. I can't, like, there's no way you're anywhere near the ball. You've got no right going to ground from there. You've got no right going to ground from there in the penalty area.
From behind.
From behind. It's a disgraceful challenge. You've got absolutely no chance of winning the ball. I didn't see him do anything that a number 10 is supposed to do. I didn't see him do anything that a number 10 is supposed to do. You know, the way Cesc Fabregas used to just float around and find pockets of space and just keep floating around and finding pockets of space. I don't see that in him. I don't see none of that in him. Yeah, I mean, he's a tidy player. I've seen him do stuff, but like I said, when you're in a fight for 4th place, when you're fighting against Manchester United and you are the number 10, you've got to show me more. You've got to show me more. So for Odegaard, I'm going to give him a 4.5, 4.5. Martinelli, I agree with you, 7.5, but I give him man of the match. Martinelli and Tomiyasu tied for man of the match, but I'm going to give it to Martinelli. Arteta, I mean, I hear you guys saying he should have made the subs earlier. I don't know. We don't know how fit Saka is or Saka was. Smith Rowe, again, is a question mark. He looked super duper knackered, but again, you know, what's his face? Pepe can't get a game. I agree with Tony. I agree with Tony. I think it would have been a brave decision, but I think I would have started Lacazette instead of Aubameyang for this game and just let him go on like a battering ram, but as he does. But we don't know what's going on in training. They could be missing sitters for fun.
Well,
so I'll give Arteta a 6.5.
Yeah, I think that's the frustrating thing is we've got a guy here who's been at our team for 2 years. He's got 26 goals and 18 assists. And you're starved for creativity. We're talking about Pepe.
Yeah, but Pepe, he's frustrating, man. You say all of that, but then when he does play, he can have stinkers. I mean, worse than what these guys are doing. Like, I mean, Smith Rowe, he doesn't deserve to play before Smith Rowe or Saka. And Martinelli got his chance and he took it. So Pepe ain't going to get a game.
Yeah, I don't agree with that because if Smith Rowe and Saka don't have the goal return combined that Pepe has, combined.
Thank you.
26 goals into it. That's 13 goals a season. You're talking about Lundberg, Perez, Theo Walcott level.
Thank you.
Yeah, but what does he cost us? Does he lose possession too often? I heard that he lost possession.
He maybe loses possession, but no more than what I see.
I heard he lost possession 22 times in one game.
Okay, so what?
Yeah, but hold on. Here's this. Yeah,
you can't do that against Man United. You'll get killed, mate. Come on, man. Be serious.
I agree, but against Burnley, Saka lost possession 26 times and no one says anything.
Seriously?
I mean, every week I do these podcasts and I talk about Saka. I bring up the amount of times he's lost possession and he's indecisive with the ball and nobody says anything. Actually, I give Bertram credit. Bertram has raised it and says we're not getting enough out of Saka. But outside of that, no one says anything because Saka's young. You give him a pass and you're grooming. I get all that. And I respect the fact that Arteta is building the bookends. You know, when we talk about bookends, the pillow strength of where this team has been built in. He's saying Saka and Smith Rowe is our future, and that's where he's going. He's riding that train and until it falls off. My problem with that is that you've got a guy on the bench like Pepe who can give you more. You don't take 26 goals and 18 assists and just throw it in the bin like that. You don't do it. You just don't do it. Because what will happen when you get on the pitch? It costs you.
Fair play.
You know, it costs you. And the frustration is having to sit and watch. And last week, when I was at the Emirates, I was giving him stick. And he did one thing. He got the ball on the end and he put it through two defenders and ran past them. And then he actually scored as well. So when I said, that's Saka. Yeah, okay. I said that's what we need. That's the type of Saka we need to see, but we don't see often enough. With Pepe, you see that all the time.
Okay.
And I just think that I think
who else
Pepe,
in our team can just score you a left-footed goal in the top left-hand corner from the edge of the box?
Say that again.
Who else in our team can score you a left-footed shot into the top left-hand corner from the corner of the box?
Well, maybe he'll get a chance now. Maybe he'll get a chance now because Saka and Smith Rowe are knackered. They shouldn't be starting. They need to be put. They need to rest for a bit. So maybe he'll get a chance now. But guys, I have to go because I've got to get out of this house at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
No problem. Thank you for joining us, Nabil. Always a pleasure to have you on board, mate. Hopefully we'll see you again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Take it easy in the bill, man. Hope the back.
All right, Vincey. Take care. Thanks a lot.
Before I let Tony and Vincey give their ratings, Osman's been waiting a long time. Actually, let me just see now. He put the message up here at 19 minutes past 10, and it's now 16 minutes past 10. So man's been waiting an hour for this to be answered. He's saying, Apollo, please answer my question concisely. Give me one attribute that Saka possesses on a serious level. He is like plain bread, very, very average. Well, he's 21 assists in the last 2 seasons is an average. He's obviously got an eye for the ball.
What?
21 assists. He's 21 assists in the last 2 seasons. But you have to remember that for someone who's that age, and remember he started very, very young, sometimes they hit a bump in the road. And when they do that, you have to manage that. And I think what Arteta's doing is he's deciding to sort of let him play his way out of it. But my issue is that you're doing that at the detriment of the team's success. You're allowing these poor performances to happen, and it's not just Saka. It's Odegaard, it's Aubameyang, it's Partey. It's not just, this isn't nailed at Saka. But the bottom line is, I think that he's a heady player, high energy. He loves to run at defenders. And when he's switched on in the final third, he can run into the box and cause you problems. So I think on a serious level, he can be a threat. But this season for him has been poor. He's not played well this season. Odegaard's not played well this season. Aubameyang's had a bad stretch of 4 games now where he hasn't played good. So it's crazy, isn't it? We're sitting here in 5th place, a point off 4th, and a third of our team are not performing. Isn't that strange? It's a good place to be, I think. It's a good place to be. Tony, player ratings.
Wow.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
So much to unwrap. But basically, for today's performances, I'm going to go as follows: Ramsdale 7, Tomiyasu 7.5, Ben White 7, Gabriel 7, Tavares 7.5, El Neni 6.5, Partey 5, Smith Rowe 6, Aubameyang 4, Odegaard 4.5, Martinelli 7. So you can see who the players I didn't rate today. I had to mark Odegaard down because that challenge is just unneeded. It's just, who the hell tackles like that?
Yeah.
In your box is the one place you can't make a tackle like that. So I have to mark him down hugely for that. And much like Aubameyang, in the first 15 minutes, between him and Aubameyang, they were sprinting out of the box at everything. And it looks like they did it too much because by the second half, they were spent.
Yeah, they were. I agree.
They were just literally working off a fumes and, the odd touch here and there, but I'm tired. I'm tired of Odegaard. For me, sorry, he's just we're going to come back in 6 months' time and he's going to have the same stats as Dani Ceballos. Yeah? That's what you got to think about. Because I think he's sitting level with about Dani Ceballos right now. So all your heat map stats about, he's first in the team in this and he's first in... That's rubbish, Apollo.
It's not rubbish,
He's
mate.
got the same stats as Dani Ceballos.
Dani Ceballos has never been first in the team at anything, Tony. I can promise you that.
Hang on. Wait, how many goals has he got?
Who?
Odegaard.
He's got 2 goals this season.
Dani Ceballos had 2 goals one season.
Yeah, but that was for the whole season. This season's just started. We've only and not just that, but Tony,
he's scoring many goals. I don't. So what you're trying to say is you think he's going to score lots more than the 2 goals?
Well, he can't because he ain't played. He's only started coming back to the team because Lacazette got dropped.
And that was the problem with Dani Ceballos. He hardly started. But when he did,
I think Ceballos played quite a bit. Yeah.
He didn't tear up trees. He was nice. And at the end of the day, you're going to turn around and say, he just scored 2 goals, 3 goals. Do you know what I mean? The players you got to look at are Smith Rowe. He's clearly, for me, an upgrade on Aaron Ramsey. This
We
kid
can't.
is the real deal.
Yeah, we can't say that yet, but yeah, I do agree.
No.
I'm a big Smith
He's
Rowe
the
fan.
real deal. He
Yeah, I'm a
strikes
big
the
Smith
ball
Rowe.
beautifully. He makes great runs.
Yeah,
He can dribble with the ball, which Ramsey really wasn't known for.
He wasn't, but Ramsey gave consistency over years and won 2 FA Cups. And when we didn't just win them, we won them because of his goals.
I believe Smith Rowe will be at the end of his career at Arsenal better.
Yeah, I hope so.
I
hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I believe so. Saka, look, I've said it. Newcastle have got some money this summer. Newcastle are going to be looking at teams like Arsenal and thinking, would you be willing to offer us Bukayo Saka, 150 million? And we'll be like, yes, take our player, because we have a better player in Nicolas Pepe. Now, if it works out the other way around and they come and say, well, I'll tell you what, we'll take Pepe for 100 million, and every Arsenal fan will go, yay, take the money. And you've got to realise, what did you just release? The Kraken. You just released the Kraken. You just gave Newcastle 20 goals, 15 assists. Boom. Yeah? So you've got to be careful about knocking Pepe. And I know he has bad games. I know he can come out of game. But to me, that's coaching. Yeah? So whatever you did with Sterling to make him more effective per game, that's what you need to be doing with Pepe. Yeah? Because he's without a shadow of a doubt one of the best 3 ballers in our team. Fact. Dead ball situation, he's a killer.
I want to look at the Odegaard, the Odegaard Ceballos, because I think that's a really interesting conversation that you put up here. So let's have a look at we're on who scored. So Odegaard has played 9 games this season, and last season played 14. So he's played 23 games for Arsenal.
Yeah.
He's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 goals.
Yeah.
And 3 assists in 19 games.
Wow.
Yeah. Ceballos has played 21 games, 27 games, 37 games, 43 games. So Ceballos has scored 43 games and scored 1 goal and had 5 assists. So yeah, it's not even close, really, isn't it?
All right. Well, we'll see after another 20 games whether his numbers drastically improve.
I agree. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I agree.
Those numbers don't tell me about a player that I should be thinking, you know what, there's a baller. Because you know who had better stats than that? Emin Buendia.
I think for me, the one thing I looked at, remember when we was talking about Odegaard, the one thing I looked about is he can do a lot more. When he played for Vitesse in 2019, he had 9 goals and 12 assists that season. And when I looked at that stat, I was like, 9 goals, 12 assists. That's what you want from your midfielder. Those are Ramsey. Sorry?
Dutch League. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I think when he was with Real Sociedad, he had 4 goals and 8 assists. And he's only played 19 games for us, and he's already got 4 goals. So that's not bad. But my issue is on his current form, and let's remember, my argument was last season he made a massive impact in the team that helped us to have the 2nd most points. Him and Smith Rowe, both of them, yeah, changed that midfield.
Most points of what?
In the Premier League
at the end of the season. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, in the last 19 games, yeah, we had the 2nd highest points to Man City, but that was because our midfield has transformed. We went away from what didn't work with the veterans like Willian and all them guys, and then we just went with the youth, and we had a strong finish to the second half of the season. My point is that this season he ain't playing at that level. That's where I'm coming at. He has been bang average, and I know he's scoring goals. He had a good goal today, brilliant free kick that won us the game against Burnley. But he had those 2 games. What was it? It was the Crystal Palace game was the one where he got dropped, and the one before that, he was just nowhere. And that's when we was like, what is this guy doing? And then they decide to drop him for Lacazette. But now he's come back into the team. You're looking to see a performance, and you ain't getting one. So that's my frustration with him. And like I said, he's not playing horribly. This isn't a guy. I'm not giving him 3s, 2s, or 4s. It's just average, and you need more than average from your creative player and your number 1 target, summer transfer target. You need more than that. So I agree with that. And when Bertram said that, I agreed with him on that, but I disagree completely on last season, because last season said he was one of our most creative players. Vincey, did you want to do your player ratings?
I'm probably not going to do the player ratings. Watching the game, I've listened to a lot of the comments. I've been saying this for a while. I don't want to be accused of throwing anybody under the bus, but we've got to rate what happened in 90 minutes. Yeah. And you've got to rate what happened in the context of the game. We all know that it's a young squad. We're going to make mistakes. I expected goals tonight. And I think this kind of puts to bed, in my mind, this argument that the whole league is struggling to score goals. Because you get opportunities. It's a case of you get opportunities whether you take them or not. I don't think the league is hard to score goals against. Players are either on form or they take the opportunities. Today we saw that we gave the ball away and invited a lot of pressure away from home, and you can't do that at United. This is a team that is playing poor football. Let's be real. They're playing poor football, but today they were clinical.
So what did you think of my comment? By the way, Bertram's made a really good comment here saying better league comparison is Pepe Saka, Pepe Odegaard, Pepe Uber, Pepe, because Pepe, I don't know why this guy's not in the team. All he does is produce. And like Tony said, sure, he'll have bad games, but aren't the other guys having bad games too? So, I don't know. What do you lose?
But Apollo, this is the thing. It's. I've been saying this. I've always talked about how you move the ball. Okay, I'm not focused on the result. When the result comes, it's going to tell me how we move the ball during the game. I do question what we do in training. I do question the management and in-game management of Arteta. Yes, he's got a young team. Yes, he's a young manager. But I still have to question these things because, throughout the game, there were some glaring patterns of play that continued, and it took a long time for those changes to make. Now, we're away from home. We're at United. Some guys can say, you know what, we weren't expected to win. But from a manager's perspective, it's how are you moving from game to game in what you can do at your disposal. And for me as a fan, it saddens me watching Partey play because all I'm hearing is fans talking about, he's the leader in the midfield. That's not leadership in midfield, what I saw today.
I know.
I didn't see it for the last 3 games. And I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but I'm looking at the manager and saying, okay, you will allow in this, and you have other players who are performing and have played well in midfield. It doesn't bode well for their confidence.
100%.
So you can't have it on one side by saying we're a young team, but then the manager's not allowing the young team to gel together with these decisions.
See, Vincey, I'm with you. I know you know that I know that you know that I'm with you. But this is where I'm on the scale. I'm still on the scales. I balance all of that because I questioned the manager about Tavares. He's playing Tavares and he's benching Tierney. I questioned him when I did my game preview, which is up on the YouTube channel. I questioned him and I called him out yesterday. I said to Arteta, let's see if you've got the stones to play Martinelli, to reward him for that display against Newcastle. And guess what he did? So there's times when he's doing what you're saying, but then there's times that he isn't. And I wish I had a firm, more understanding. And Colin sent me a text today saying that, because he's listening to the stream now. Big shout out to you, Colin. He heard me talking about Sambi. Why didn't Sambi start? And Colin said it's because he was assessed at the training ground today and he was tired. So he couldn't start. So there's a lot of things like that are going on behind the closed doors. We call them intangibles, which changes decisions. And unfortunately, we don't have all that information. But the party stuff is madness. Because are you telling me between Maitland-Niles has only started one game? How can he be tired? Is he injured? No, because I see him on the bench.
Yeah, but this is the point I'm trying to make. I mean, I understand. I can understand a Sambi being tired, but Maitland-Niles sat out the whole of the last game. Yeah, he had a man of the match performance, and he sat out the next game. And it's like, okay, so you see the pattern of play that's gone on in the midfield, and I have no problem in bringing back El Nene to come in midfield, but again, we're talking about this is a young team, and you're talking about Arteta wanting to play players who are going to be the cornerstone of Arsenal moving forward. Yeah. And as fans, we're looking and seeing we have a young player, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, whose qualities and abilities. He's shown how he's assisted the team to win an FA Cup and a Charity Shield, and the guy looks like he's just not in Arteta's plans. He's like an afterthought in the midfield where we kind of need something. And I want to get excited with the growth of our youngsters, but I also feel that at times they've been undermined by not being allowed to grow and experience these challenges that they're going to learn by going to Old Trafford and putting in a performance. I don't want to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles just play against B and C class teams in the Premier League. Yeah. That's not going to help his growth.
Especially when he was one of the ballers that helped turn over Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea when we were in Arteta's first season. I mean, that he was your Rockweiler there. You unleashed the beast, and now you ain't doing nothing with it. I just want to say though, Fat Freddy's saying El Nene man of the match. El Nene man of the match. Bertram saying Partey is not tired, just plays old. I want to pick up on that, Bertram, because the one thing that I've noticed, and I did relay this earlier on in the stream, when Partey didn't play well last season, I noticed it was because of him coming back after an injury. He never found his form. And then when they gave him the long layoff and he came back in the last 8 games, he was outstanding. Pre-season, he had a proper pre-season, proper training, good break, came back pre-season, he looked lights out. Got injured, and now this is a post-injury Partey, which is just like what we saw last season. It's just useless. Now, I've like you guys, I've read the stuff on the forum about Partey. I have not joined in. I'm not Partey's biggest fan, but I don't want to be one of them guys that throw him under the bus. So I want him to come good, because a good Partey means a great midfield for Arsenal. So I haven't jumped on that bandwagon yet, but I have to say, sitting back and listening to all of you guys talking about Partey, I feel your frustration. Freddie says Partey needs to stop pointing and finding space and then he did all game. Yeah, and I just think, when we talk about central midfielders, there's one word, we use 2 words when we describe them in training. One is vision and the other is range. And range is very important, because range is the ability to seek something and get there in a hurry and cover grounds from side to side quickly, to close off passing lanes, gap players we call it, and doing other things. And he just doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. He hasn't had that in the last 3 games. His range is ultimately what's costing him. He's poor. And Bertram says he just plays old. And that is indicative of the lack of range. He doesn't seem to be able to have the ability to get around the field in a hurry. Sure, he's still got the vision. He can still see things develop and before they happen, which is a quality he'll never lose. But whether you have the body to get there in time, I don't think he has. And I have to put it down to the fact that I think he's not 100% fit. And if he's not 100% fit, then why are you playing him? Why are you playing him against the Liverpool? Why are you playing him against a Man United? And that's where I agree with Vincey in terms of you've got to draw the line. You empower some players, but then you make other players feel disillusioned. You all know I'm a big Eddie Nketiah fan. You bring him on today, he ain't played all season. And the worst thing is, yesterday you offered him another contract. That was the third contract.
And he's turned it down.
Yeah, he's turned it because he wants to be somewhere where he's going to play.
And this is again, I've been I don't like the formation. People say they believe in Partey for how he played at Atleti, an up and down midfielder. I haven't seen it consistently at Arsenal. I don't think the formation suits well with how Partey's playing. I don't think he's fit. But in saying that, it's down to the manager to how are we gonna play when we go away at United? How are we gonna move the ball? In the first half, we moved the ball well. I was commenting and saying we're moving the ball very well at pace, which was encouraging because at times we were a bit too slow in our ball movement. First half, we were starting to move the ball very well, but then it kind of got us into trouble because we weren't controlling the ball and making good decisions, which invited pressure and ultimately led to 2 of the goals. So, I do think on the training ground, we do need to work on our mobility and our movement. And that's triangles. Triangles will do that. The players fitting into another position when you move out of that position, that's rotation. And if he does that when he's got fit players, I think we'll create more chances. But even today, when you're looking at times in the second half, it's just very sideways movement. And if you couldn't, it's almost like we lacked the confidence to really drive at players. And it was very encouraging when Martinelli picked up that ball. I think we won the Kosh, and the ball came out, and he just ran at United defence. And sometimes you just need someone to just take the ball, dribble the ball, and cause the opponents questions. I do think the tactics need to. Something's not right with what's going on in the training right now. I've been looking at it from week to week, and you know me, that's what I focus on, our ball movement. I'm not expecting it to be Wenger-esque, but I am expecting us to cause teams some problems because there is stability in the team.
Yeah, I mean, guys. Let's move to closing comments as well. And guys, sorry about what's that?
What's that, Tony? Tony, read it out.
He's on mute. Hold on, Tony's on mute.
Sorry, bud. Eduardo Hagen.
Yes.
Yeah, he's put. I would like to emphasise for the 100th time that we need a centre forward. This is like playing with 10 men every game, and he's got a picture of Aubameyang.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that, but again, somebody's left a. G says, Apollo, please put some perspective on this. Shine your light, dude. You guys always know I'm a glass half full, not a glass half empty. I'm always going to be that, never going to change. Guys, we all predicted this team will finish 7th, 8th, 9th, or whatever. This team is fighting to. They're in 5th. They're still in 5th, and they're fighting to be in 5th. And so far, things are going well. So we can't drop our heads. We are where we are. And it's still a very, very new setup. And I think for me is I always use the term figuring it out because that's what teams and managers have to do. And we are still in the process. A lot of teams in this league are already figured out. They know the system, they know the players, the manager has that stability. We have none of that. So we're still on our journey, guys. We're just at the beginning. This isn't the end of our journey. The worst thing about what was going on with Wenger and what was going on with Emery and everything is we all felt that this was something which was going to define us because we couldn't. There was no other way. If that didn't work, we would have had to hit the reset button and start from young and start again. Guys, this is the reset button. And the reset button, unfortunately, takes a little bit of time to figure out. And personally, perspective, guys, I'm surprised we're still in 5th place. I keep looking at the table. Tony tells me I'm crazy because I keep looking at the table all the time. It's because I can't believe...
Spurs go 5th if they win their game in hand now. Or they go 4th, I think, if they win their game in hand.
Apollo, I said for the past 2 weeks, Arsenal could afford 2 defeats and still be in 5th with their goal difference. I'm not worried about the league position right now. Seriously, I have no interest in it whatsoever because it means nothing. So it means nothing for me because you know if you're getting excited about us being in this position now, it's like you don't understand what 38 games with this young team's going to be. That's why we say what we say at the start of the season with the league position.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You know, I just want Arsenal to make progress in how they move the ball. The league position will take care of itself. You know, I've said it before. I said it would be harder for Arsenal to finish in Europe in the league. Yeah. The best chance they've got right now where it stands is through the League Cup because you can manage that and still get into Europe. So, look, if you look at the league, if you look at the teams left in the League Cup, that's our best chance of getting into Europe.
Yeah, it is.
38 games is a long season, especially in AFCON. So it's all about management.
And there's still a lot of people. There's still a lot of people. Bertram is one of them that thinks that we'll finish 6th. And if we do finish 6th, that's job done.
Of course
but I have to stress again, you know, Tony's made the point, which all of us are saying, which is we need a striker. But guys, we've just brought in 6 players in various positions. He has his defense. The midfield, they put players in there. Not a total package in the midfield. We still need a couple of players. Goalkeeper. We brought 6 players in. Not even Man City can change by a whole team in one summer. Not even Liverpool can do that. It takes time, guys. So we do know that we've done everything else except for bringing a striker. And
it just goes to show how badly that team was before you brought those 6 players in.
Yeah. And that's what I've been saying for years. A lot of people are saying, when I call the team trash, everyone's saying, nah, Apollo, they're not. They're good. They're this, they're that. No, the team were no good. They were rubbish. And you see, just by changing key positions and getting competent. Remember, I always use that term when I talk about Arsenal. Because when you have a man like Leno, who leads the league in mistakes leading to goals, and Xhaka, who leads the league in outfield players, it's about competency. It's about doing what you're expected to do. You don't have the top teams giving goals away every week. You don't have that. So it just went with Arteta, he's made certain moves which has just allowed the team to play mistake-free football. And sure, there'll be some mistakes here and there. They're a very young team. I get that. But I would rather... Sorry?
That's part of football. Mistakes are part of football.
Exactly. It's part of football. Yeah. But I would rather lose with a team like this showing development and showing progression than with Willian and Bellerin and Xhaka and what's his name? Socrates and
Kolasinac.
Yeah. I would rather lose with this team knowing that we have a future and we have something we're building towards than aged players who have just thrown the towel in or don't even have the ability to give you the display that you're looking for. So I feel in my heart that we're onto something good and that we're on the path. Yeah, I mean, that's what I feel.
It's not all doom and gloom, you know. I know a lot of fans are really peed off with our strikers right now, and man, Aubameyang hasn't looked the same player since he got that new contract. Let's be real. You know, he just doesn't look the same player. I don't know why. Yes, he's had ill health last season. But there are a lot of variables as to why he's playing the way he's playing. I just think in some games we've got to have better game management and use the ball better, because they worked really hard today, and that's one thing you can't say didn't happen away. It was encouraging to see them play that way at Old Trafford. We scored two goals at Old Trafford. You know what I mean?
Battled. And did you hear how excited I was? Because very rarely is my stream ahead of you guys, being on this damn Xbox here. So I had to kind of take commentary and lead from the front. But I was really excited that even up to the 90th minute, we were still pushing and pressing for an equaliser. And I love that. I absolutely love that. And that says a lot about this team down the road. If that's your ethics, if that's your mentality, yeah, that Mamba mentality, if you're not going to quit on me, I'm not going to quit on you as a fan. I'm going to be in the state. I'm not going to be cussing you and telling you how rubbish you are. I'm going to be at the Emirates cheering you on until the 95th, 96th, 97th minute. Because if what you're doing on the pitch is never going to give up, then I'm not going to give up on you. And that's why my opinion on it is slightly different from others. I'm never going to change. I'm always going to be that way.
And the thing is, you're always going to get this with young players. But I wholly believe in the talent of the young players. I believe we can still be playing at a higher level. Yes, that comes from training. Tony knows exactly what I'm talking about because Tony understands the way how I move the ball, the way I look at football. So I see talent and I say, you know what? I can see where it could, what you could do with it. So I believe in it, and I know it's going to come.
So let me give the closing statements on here, guys, and then I'll shut down the stream. 18 says, Xhaka won't help our agility, Vincey. That's when Vincey made the agility statement. Xhaka coming back. We're just going to get worse if he comes back into the fray. Welcome to 8th place again would be and you know what it is. G saying, Bertram, what's bitter about this one is that the performance-wise, they weren't better than us. They weren't better than us. Number of gifted goals is what decided today's game. We gave away 2. They gave away 1. This is Freddie. Freddie says 8th all the way. Players will get tired after January. Yeah, and then there's Africans Nation Cup. Yeah, a lot's going to happen. Jermaine's saying, where's Pepe? Pepe on the bench. This is Bertram. Bertram is saying, G, I agree, but we have to get more goal scorers on the pitch. Martinelli proves that the manager is too set in his ways. Saka doesn't score enough, is overplayed, and that showed how much knackered Smith Rowe was during the game. I agree with that. Man United has many good players, but lack chemistry and are unbalanced, and we did not deserve to lose, but to cut out the silly mistakes. I agree. Fred saying, closing statement, team was on transition for 6 years, not too depressed. Read the result tonight. Just want to see the players do their best in their position. Seriously, El Nene must have had the most touches tonight. Normally Tony talks about that, but he didn't say anything. I thought El Nene played really good tonight. Tommy Boy, White, Gabs, Tavares all did well. Considering that they are still gelling, agreed, which is what I've been saying every single week. The Ram was good. Partey needs to learn salsa to get his Afro beats on. To get his Afro beats on. Smith Rowe, Ozil Light, Martinelli, Abba 32 feet, and El Nene man of the match. Andrew says, keep the faith. Always will, always will. Andrew, the one thing you know about me, somebody made a thing about Arsenal Fan TV here. The one thing you know about me, mate, is I'm always going to be 100% positive. I'm always going to bring that on the channel 100%. Yeah? I might slip a little bit, like I did with the ranting videos that I had earlier on in the season, but I will always get back on top of my game, mate, and I'll always cheer this team on. So, guys, to sum it up, it's all over Old Trafford. It was a big win for Man United, to be honest. They had to come from back behind twice, actually, to beat Ronaldo. A much-needed penalty from Ronaldo. It's what it took to actually kill off the game. But on balance, I think that the game was quite even, and it's a shame it had to finish the way it did. Their new manager's going to be watching in the stands. Arsenal stay 5th, missing the chance to move above West Ham in 4th. So that's it from me, guys. Anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah, I want to say, man, enough love, man. Enjoy the Women's Cup final on Sunday, man.
Sunday.
Yeah, gonna enjoy that, man. Gonna enjoy that. Good night, everybody. Good night, Andrew. Tony, good night to you, man. Hope everything goes
Take
well.
care, brother.
Yeah, and we speak to you guys in the chat later, man. Peace out, everybody.